Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.
All right, hockey starts now as we get set and ready to go Period number 1 about to get underway as we still have the anthem to go. But before we do, let's talk about tonight's starting goaltender matchups. For Monroe, it's going to be Tyler Masternak. He's got a record of 1-0-0, a 1.0 goals against, a .938 save percentage. On the other side, for your Topeka Scarecrows, it's going to be number 1 as well, Daniel Brizgalov, 8-3-0, 264 goals against, .926 save percentage. The Topeka Scarecrows going to start off tonight's game with Jacob Gagnon on defense, with his partner Alex Norwinski on the forward side of things. Boston Bird, Corey Checo, and Avery Smith. Starting lineup for Monroe. Going to start with the defense. It is going to be Jamie Dorsey and Landon Johnson. Up front, Carlo Forneris, Andrew Ballant, and Austin Albrecht. Not surprising to see that lineup come back out here to start things. They certainly had an impact early and often last night. They were an effective group, and it's going to be hard to shut them down. Topeka's going to have to find another level to get themselves going and find a way to get themselves a W here tonight. Not an easy task, of course. Always a little difficult when you've got the best team in the Continental Division across from you. As of right now, that's what the Monroe Moccasins have done. The Topeka Scarecrows, who continue to make their way out here in front of the hometown crowd here on Thunderstick night. Got those Thundersticks all throughout the crowd. You see them all over here. Beautiful to see as the Scarecrows getting set and ready to go for a game that's going to be one to pay attention to, as Topeka trying to crawl their way up the standings, looking for an opportunity to try to get themselves back all the way up into second place. Of course, Binghamton up the standings a little bit as well, so a lot to keep an eye on. So as we're going to head out for the anthems now, I will step aside and be right back after this with more.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on the golf track.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like Normatec compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let Advanced Audiology and Hearing Aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, start here as we had quite a bit going on. As a little bit of a delay to get started, but Brad Noller dropping the ceremonial puck drop here. As here's Brad and family, as now they'll hustle over to get the photo. Schumacher and TJ Sneath set to take the ceremonial puck drop. As they set, pucks up and down. So, Brad Noller with family, and now we get set. Time for the real puck drop. Scarecrows, Moccasins. Take two. Moccasins in the white will skate right to left across your YouTube and Sportfy screens. The Scarecrows in the home blacks will skate left to right across your YouTube and Sportfy screens. As everybody trying to make some noise here in Topeka. Daniel Brzgalov and Tyler Masternak. Corey Checo set to take the draw. He wins that one back cleanly. Back behind, Jacob Gagnon cutting through. Moved ahead by Checo and turned right back around. Monroe back in the zone quickly, looking across. Ballant forced wide. Puts it towards the front. Broken up. A shot again taken away as Forneris has it. Forneris off his stick. Bounces into the corner. Ballant moves it along. Right back to Forneris. Back to the point now. Shot deflected. Goes just wide. Wraps around the boards, and Monroe already on the attack here early. Puck is skittered along back out to center ice where Forneris picks it up again. Attack there was Checo, but now it's turned around. Topeka will take it. Norwinski looking back to his defensive partner. So again, we'll see some interesting looking lines tonight with some changes due to injury, illness, and many other things. So, folks, that one's dumped back in. Monroe will take possession. Don't forget, last night we had almost 7 minutes of uninterrupted play as that sent all the way back down. Blaisdell is there to touch. Throws it around the boards up the far side. It's Hugo Koch. Koch moving it along quickly for Connor Lind. Lind breaking out of his zone. Hustles through the neutral zone in onside. Lind spins off, looking back, gets it back to the point. Shot there by Koash, deflected and knocked down. That puck skittering around as now Monroe will get it out to center. Knocked back down and quickly moved ahead, but couldn't control again. Deflected out towards the near side wall. Monroe comes up with it and dumps that puck down deep. All the way back, Dougie Blaisdell sending it ahead up the far side wall. Moved quickly there by Hugo Koch. He had an assist on the final goal for Topeka last night. In offside was Christie. And with 18:32 to go, Topeka will have the faceoff just outside the zone. Koch having a discussion with the official on the way back to the bench. Quick changes here for Topeka. Christie set to take the draw from Monroe. On the other side, TJ Sneath. Sneath and Christie line up. Puck one back. There to get it goes Gagnon. Moving it along quickly. Norwinski out to center. Sneath trying to move it, but could not. Christie cuts it off. Dumps that puck in the zone, just missing his man. As Scantlebury, who returned to the lineup tonight, fresh off a one-game suspension. That puck flipped back ahead. Kept there by Monroe, but immediately turned back out that time by Cameron Clark. Has some trouble getting it to his intended target. Christie moves it in. Christie wearing a bubble here tonight as well. Shot saved by Brizgalov. Scantlebury and Norwinski a little bit of pushing here. Norwinski takes a shot there from Scantlebury, and then he gives him one back. So, quick change now for Monroe. Topeka going to keep the same roster out here. Clark and Wilson having a quick chat. As now, Sneath set to take the draw. Everybody pushed back. Sneath and Forneris tied up. That one deflects wide. Cameron Clark comes away with it. Sends it in some skates, and Elijah Wilson had to get onside. He does so now, but quickly back. Kyler Matthews quickly passing that one across. Ballant able to get that puck up near the red line, breaking in the zone, cutting through, passed across, broken up. As now again, Topeka able to chase that one off, but Albrecht comes up with it. Right back to the top of the slot, moves it down low for Ballant. Ballant with a shot off the side of the net. As now again, back below the goal line, fed along the near side wall, but nobody there for it. Wilson trying to dig it out. Manages to push that puck forward. Cut off. Puck moved back down deep. Forneris with it, wrapping around. Looking for help, can't seem to find any. He spins back. Forneris waits, shoots, deflected over the top of the net and into the netting. That'll get out of play. 17:19 to go here, period number one. So, Monroe already on the attack here in game two. Topeka trying to get some rhythm. Had some trouble finding it last night. Didn't really seem to until the late part of the game when they had the goaltender pulled. Corey Checo waits. Checo lines it up. Wins that faceoff back. Justin Schmidt around the boards. Finds Avery Smith, who swats it out to center. Little trouble there. Picked up by Boston Bird. Bird in the zone, looking, shooting, and it won't go over the top of the net and out of play. So another offensive zone draw, this time for Topeka. As the Scarecrows get a faceoff off to the right-hand side of the netminder. Long look here, 17:09 remaining, 0-0, tie score, shots on goal, one apiece. As that puck is tied up alongst the wall. Trying to dig it out, Checo moves it along. Avery Smith back to the point. Schmidt with it, throws it towards the net, deflected loose in front and up and out of play. As now again, Topeka deep in the offensive zone. Quick change now for Monroe. Monroe looking to keep everybody fresh, and Topeka going to follow suit. As they get some classic old school music going on here in the building. Face-off off to the right-hand side of Masternak. As Scott Koash directing traffic. Linesman pushing back the wingers. Koash gets set. Tied up on the draw and lost that one as Monroe will move it around to the near side wall. Cut off as Topeka battling. Sent around the boards by Inlow. Inlow, the Wichita native. That puck kept by Blaisdell. Sent around the backside again. Pinching in is Connor Lind. Lind forces that puck back down low, but has some trouble getting possession. As now it's scooped up back to Lind at the point. Lind looking for traffic in front, sends it just wide. Off the side, bounces towards the front and can't get that puck to calm down. Worked back, down deeper. Topeka chasing after it. Scott Koash is there. Koash comes up with it, looking back towards the point. Finds his man. Blaisdell keeps it. Back down low, tipped up, and Inlow trying to chase after it. Little trouble there. Played off of the high stick by Monroe, so Monroe will exit and get out of the zone. Knocked back down, tossed towards the front of the net, a shot turned away by Brzgalov, and that'll be swatted right back to center ice. Brzgalov, a huge save, as back to get it once again goes Tuvinen. Tuvinen sending it ahead. Scantlebury dumps it in the zone. Rest of Monroe finish making a change. Connor Lind will come up with it. Lind looking, backhands it over to Elijah Wilson. Wilson looks up ice, decides better of it, takes it himself now. Backhanded play ahead, was looking to get it up to Sneath and could not. It's in the Monroe zone, however. Move back to center ice. Fornares drops a pass off. Fed along the boards. Ballant into the zone. Passed across to Albrecht. Albrecht goes into the corner. Albrecht tied up once again. Fed along. Out to the front. Knocked down. And Norwinski comes up with it. Off the boards. Out to center. And that gets right by the Monroe Moccasins defender. And that'll be an icing call. As Topeka arguing from the bench, saying that it hit the Moccasin just outside their zone, but they say no. It'll come all the way back. 15:26 to go. Faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Daniil Brzgalov. So a good long look here. Puck is dropped, one back for Monroe. The Moccasins work it back towards the blue line. Send it ahead. Poke check there by Elijah Wilson. Gagnon moving it up the boards, but nobody there. Albrecht is there for Monroe. Play it around. Gagnon. Gagnon playing it ahead again. Poke checks it. Can't get it by Ballant. And now again, Fornares down low below the goal line. Fornares harassed down there by Gagnon. Still down low. Worked around. Ballant comes up with it. A shot. Deflected off a couple of bodies. Gagnon trying to get free. Swats it out of the zone. Wilson couldn't come up with it either. Fed across as Norwinski will pick up. Alex Norwinski along for Gagnon. Gagnon ahead. Passes it off. Norwinski again up through center. Played out that time by Checo, but he couldn't control the puck. Kyler Matthews going to take it back deep into his own zone. Matthews back below the goal line. Feeds it ahead as Monroe gets it back to center ice. Stepping up. Topeka able to get it right back out to the neutral zone, but a little trouble there. Played off that puck was Gerstein, as that'll be moved back to Kyler Matthews, the defenseman for Monroe. Passed across. It's Rasmus Asp. Asp across. Finds a man and continues to move this puck up. Quick movement here. Gerstein passed across. Broken up shot. Turned away by Brzgalov. Fed ahead. Chirped out to center. As now Rasmus Asp turns it around. Gets everybody on side. Shot. Glove save. And Brzgalov will cover up. Rasmus Asp getting a little too close for everybody's comfort. Justin Schmidt will step in and keep him away. 14-11 left to go. 0-0 tie score. We'll be back after this.
Security threats. They are...
Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better?
You know, they'd love to find a way to come away with some points here tonight. As ticking down the media timeout. Scott Koash set to take the draw. He'll line up with Christie. I've got to say, even from the Monroe standpoint, you got to love the heart of Christie. He has been something to watch these couple games here. As bubble drawn. Koash and Christie tied up. One back is back to play it. Connor Lind. Lind banks it around the boards. Fed off. Hugo Koch gets it out of the zone, but can't get possession. That one's moved along. Brzgalov will leave it back behind for Doug Blaisdell. Blaisdell taking his time. Scantlebury punching in deep. That puck bounces around. Back for it goes Lind. Scantlebury still the deep man for the Moccasins. This one deflected out towards center ice. Trying to chop at it, but couldn't get there. That'll be icing again. Inlow couldn't quite get his stick on that one. So icing all the way back with 13:44 to go. Topeka another defensive zone draw. the key to this game is going to be getting Monroe back down to their end of the ice. So Scantlebury heads off the ice. Quick change here for Monroe as Topeka lines up. Koash wins it back cleanly. Lynn steps up and moves it along right back to center ice. Quick movement there by the Scarecrows defensively as Forneris just avoided touching that one. Almost an offsides call. Backed along. Koash is there. Chips it out to center. Flipped ahead as now again Monroe will win the race to the puck and another icing call. So all the way back it comes. 13:26 left to go here in period one. Scarecrows, an interesting strategy this time. As Koash, Forneris line up again. Referee pointing back. Forneris and Koash again. They line up. Koash has gotten the better of this so far. Wins it again. Connor Lynn back below the goal line. Blaisdell lifts the stick, comes up with the puck, moves it along the far side wall. Hugo Koch is shoved down hard. Monroe gets possession, deflected through some skates, and now Blaisdell able to turn it around. Quick back up the other way. Koch hustling out. Koch cutting through center, breaks into the zone on the backhand towards the front and can't get it to go. Drops it there by the side of the net. Turned around, back to the point. Gagnon is there, throws it into the corner, but it's turned away quickly. Monroe hustling it back. It's Albrecht into the zone onside. Albrecht harassed there, breaking through. Forneris with it, takes it down low, poke checked away, and Tyler Inlow will start out. Inlow looking, has help with Clark. Clark gets in, onside, shot coming off the leg of the Moccasins player, back down low again. Big hit back below the goal line, tried to move it towards the front, spinning off of it was Clark. Again, Clark wearing a bubble as well as he took a difficult shot last night in the third period as that puck bounces around. Late in the third period as well, just 39 seconds to go. And there's the man who gave it to him, Frank Schumacher down there. That puck bouncing around, deflects back out to center, scooped up and played along that time by Clark as that puck will skitter off of the official and back up the ice. Christie breaking in. Christie trying to cut through. Poke checked, can't come up with it as Learakos was digging and Sneath does. Sneath passes across, takes a hit for his trouble. Clark gets over the red line and dumps it all the way around. No icing on that. Down to get it, Elijah Wilson runs his man to the wall. Passed across, deking his way through, couldn't come up with it. Wilson does. Wilson gets it, shot towards the net, and that'll be covered up. Big save for Masternak. 11:55 to go here in period one. And Topeka on the short end of the shot chart right now, 5-2 in favor of Monroe. Sneath coming in. He will line up behind Elijah Wilson as now they'll make a couple of changes as Quinn O'Reilly comes over the boards. Gagnon on the backside this time. Wilson still set to take the draw as again they try to move this one off. So, getting set. Puck is dropped, one back by Monroe, banked off the boards, worked back to center ice, dumped right back in by Topeka. Fed around as back to play. Asp gets it right back below the goal line. Moving it ahead up the near side while Christie dumps it off, turning it around is Boston Bird. Bird chipping it to center ice, knocked down that time by Kyler Matthews, stolen away, and now trying to move it back up is Checo, using his size to his advantage. He pushes through, knocked down, as that'll be covered up, and now Checo pushing at Asp. He and Rasmus Asp might be about the same on the height spectrum there. Maybe Asp has an inch or two, but certainly not going to be intimidated. So, face-off coming here is Avery Smith set to take the draw. They'll change defensive units here as Norwinski and Gagnon head over the boards. Onto the ice, Schmidt and Pategan. Schmidt loses that one cleanly. Rasmus Asp up the boards. Banked around. Work towards the front. Loose in front. A shot won't go. Still loose. A shot again won't go. And again, Masternak able to come up with it. I don't know how he got that one. What a play there for Topeka. A golden opportunity. 11:16 to go here in the period. And Monroe's goalie's got to feel good about that one. Puck drop coming off to the right-hand side of the netminder. Puck drop, one back cleanly by Monroe. Kyler Matthews is there, sent around the boards, worked up the near side wall. Big contact there by Pategan, shot towards the net, and that one will be covered up yet again. Masternak Now some pushing and shoving right in front of the net. Avery Smith not going to back down. 11:08 to go. Shots on goal getting a little closer as well. Topeka getting opportunities. Asp and Matthews will head over the board. No, they're being sent back out. Trying to get off, but the referee says no. Far too delayed. So the defense will be kept out. Avery Smith trying to win this draw. He does push it back, gotten there to the blue line. Pategan towards the net, deflected in front and picked up by Monroe. Kept there. Pategan another shot over the top of the net, as now Asp will pick up. Asp up the far side wall. Forces it out, as now back again. Shot towards the net, blockered away by Brizgalov. Turned around, and now again some pushing and shoving here as Justin Schmidt getting tied up. As now he drops the glove, and here we go. Schmidt, 2 punches, as Mo trying to get his fist free, and now he's taken down. Schmidt ends up on top. And the Scarecrow is going to be happy as they get a brawl here at home. Schmidt will head to the box, and the fans are rocking. As Michael Hagen-Moe heads to the opposite penalty box. The referees chatting with the assistant captains over to the bench as Monroe pleading their case. Topeka all coming over to salute the player assistant coach. 10:45 to go here in the period. Topeka with a little bit of a jam here, if you will. The Scarecrows, as now the linesman comes over to chat with the referees. Faceoff going to come just outside the Topeka defensive zone. As now again, 10:45 to go here, period number 1, a 0-0 tie. As now the first linesman heads back over. Conversation over here at the bench area. Hugo Koch, Connor Lynn, Scott Koash all there. As now the penalty box door will open. Quinn O'Reilly going to go over. And the fans not going to be happy about that as we head to the first penalty kill of the game. Next Tech penalty kill for all your cybersecurity needs. It'll be Next Tech. So Robbie Nichols not happy about that. Justin Schmidt gets 2. I didn't see what the penalty for Mo was. We'll wait for the announcement in-house. But power play for Monroe. As now Topeka heading out. As Connor Lynn finishes a conversation. TJ Sneath loses that one cleanly. Turner passing across. Worked along. A shot taken away by Brizgalov. Gerstein trying to get involved. So each side gets 5 minutes for fighting. Schmidt gets 2 for instigating. Faceoff will come to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov. So, Sneath getting set again. He waits. Puck is dropped. One back by Topeka. Trying to get there. Work towards the front. Wraparound attempt back to the point. It's Albrecht. Back again to Turner. Turner across. Finds his men. Looking for a lane as Topeka tries to fill the box. Pack out to the point. Turner couldn't hold on. It's kept in the zone. Sam Turner shot turned away by Brizgalov. Poke checked away, and now it'll be moved out. Hustled ahead, Cameron Clark. Cuts free. Breaks back in the offensive zone. Clark tries to throw it towards the front. He's broken up with down there as now he has to turn back around. 10:05 left to go, period number 1. A minute 20 left to go in the 5-on-4 power play. Albrecht breaking back in. Throws across, deflected as Elijah Wilson trying to come up with it. He banks that one off his stick, but can't get control. Albrecht gets it, trying to take it away from him. It's dumped back down low. Gagnon poke checks at it, moves the puck, but can't control. Back down below the goal line. Gagnon harassing Albrecht. Out towards the front, shot turned away by Brizgalov. Chips that to the blue line, takes a weird carom. Forneris couldn't control, moved along again. Monroe keeping it deep in the zone. Passed across, top of the slot. Worked into the corner for Forneris. Forneris again, wrapped around the backside. It's Albrecht. Albrecht walked back to the line, passed across. Moved down low. Forneris along the hash marks. He's harassed. Dumped back to the blue line. Shot. Save Brizgalov. As Gerstein pushes off of Norwinski. 9:18 to go. 34 seconds left. We'll have a media timeout as we'll step aside. 0-0 tie score here in Topeka.
And perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy. Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The parody paint, the Eskimos, has flavor.
All right, with that, we are back. So, 34 seconds left to kill. As once again, Daniel Brizgalov up to the task so far. 9-5, the shots on goal in favor of the Moccasins. Power play has done them well for a moment. See what they can do. 25 seconds left to tick down here in the media timeout. Robbie Nichols trying to keep his troops fired up. 9:18 left to go here in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie score. As O'Reilly looking for direction in the 34 seconds. O'Reilly asking. As now, face-off. Coming back to the right-hand side of Brizgalov, TJ Sneath gets set. Connor Lind and Tucker Scantlebury being pushed to the side. And now they'll kick Monroe out of the face-off circle. Christie will have to come out. So instead, in comes Yanni Liarakos. Tied up, moved to the sidewall, pushed back to the point. Schumacher with it. Pinching in off a stick, trying to take it away with Clark, could not. Sent back to the point. Shot from Liarakos, kicked in the corner by Blaisdell. He turns it around, sends it 200 feet. All the way down it goes. Monroe's netminder a little trouble there. Cameron Clark was quick to chase after it. 15 seconds left to go. As that one bounces away, Clark still harassing that puck and back out the other way. Here comes Christie. Breaks into the zone, passed off to the sidewall. As now again, pass across towards the front, broken up shot, and a big save. Brizgalov came up with it. As now the puck does end up in the back. Coach may want to try to challenge that, but Daniel Brizgalov, he had it underneath him. It ends up in the back, but I think Topeka may catch a break here. And Robbie Nichols yelling about the extra jabbing at his goaltender. As now again, TJ Sneath over there to talk to the official, and that's how the puck the Scarecrows are claiming ended up in the back of the net, was so many extra jabs at the young Russian in net. So 2 seconds left to go on the kill as Quinn O'Reilly set to break out of the box. Referee still listening to Robbie Nichols. As now again, Scarecrows set. They wait. Sneath looking to win a draw here. Puck is dropped, one back cleanly. Shot turned away by Brizgalov into the corner. Quinn O'Reilly is free, trying to move it along. Connor Lind pushes it ahead. As Lind trying to move that puck, he's taken off, but gets the puck back down low, trying to get around Forneris, and does. Moved up the sidewall. Cameron Clark is there. Clark on the backhand, can't get it by Asp. Moved down again. Blaisdell across, finds his man, moved out to center ice, but couldn't control. Kyler Matthews swatting at it and couldn't come up with it. Back the other way comes Monroe now, into the zone. Albrecht to pass across Forneris towards the sidewall. Still keeps possession. He turns, sends back to the point. It's Matthews again. Shot deflected and knocked down by Brizgalov. So 8:12 left to go. 0-0 tie score. Shots on goal now separated by 7. 12-5 in favor of Monroe. Power play certainly helped out getting the shots on goal calls up. However, the one that matters, the goals, still neither side yet to light the lamp. They get set. Christie jumped on that one. As now Hugo Koch waiting on the other side. Christie still talking to the linesman as that one is dropped. One back by Koch, and now trying to get around there. Norwinski on the backhand sends it up the wall. Finds Koesch. Koesch feeding it along as it's moved back out. In the offensive zone, cutting through towards the net, looking for a tip and not going to get it. Inlow was trying to pinch back in and couldn't come up with it. That puck deflected around, knocked down, and sent into the corner. Tyler Inlow chases after. He and Christie come together. Down along the sidewall. Koesch tried to come up and could not. Scannelbury will move it out quickly. He and Christie up the far side wall. Pass across. In the shot. Turned away by Brizgalov again. Huge save. Daniel Brizgalov chipped ahead out to the blue line. That one does escape the zone. Hugo Koch trying to keep an eye on things as that puck flutters away. Koesch looked to chase after it, but again, Monroe first to the puck. Deflected ahead. Moved back out. Trying to force it through. It's bounced back on a backhand. No icing as back all the way it'll go. Back to get it. Dorsey moved it along quickly. Fed to the opposite corner. Sam Turner stepping in to take possession. Passing across just a little bit too far for Learakos. Bounced off the wall. Turned ahead. Trying to work it back in the offensive zone. It's Checo cutting through. Corey Checo gets tied up by two men. Gets the puck back. Throws it towards the net. And it's bounced into the corner. Avery Smith up the wall. Fed along. Monroe trying to force it up. Pushed ahead. Therefore it is Boston Bird towards the front. Wraparound attempt. Trying to shove it home. And it's taken back below the goal line by Monroe. Monroe up the near side boards. Trying to put his man into the wall, but a little trouble there as that one's dumped off. That's going to go all the way down and will, should, and is an icing call as Turner couldn't beat it out. And Topeka going to get an offensive zone draw. So, face-off coming all the way back. As the Scarecrows trying to get opportunities. We'll see here. As now again, Monroe tried to make changes and not going to be allowed to do so. Checo looking to win this draw. Checo waits. Puck is dropped and one back to the point. Pategan with it, throws it towards the net, deflected up and over the net. Into the corner. Play it off, back down low, but couldn't control as Checo was there. Now Avery Smith cutting towards the puck, could not come up with it. Still trying to cut through. Monroe hustling back to the neutral zone, picked off by Pategan. Fed out towards center, through Smith's legs, and back the other way. Monroe enters the zone, dumps towards Brizgalov, who blockers that one to the sidewall. Forced along there. Forneris back towards the middle. Puck jumps off his stick, and now Pategan will turn around. Pategan looks up ice, breaks out himself, fires it ahead as that one's moved up. Bird able to dump that one down. Avery Smith chasing after it. He puts his man into the wall. 3 Moccasins there. Avery Smith digging for the puck. Smith has his man pinned to the wall, and still only 2 Scarecrows in there digging against 3 Moccasins. Trying to come up with it. They do manage to move the puck, but it's on to a Moccasin stick. Fed back ahead as that one's poke checked and moved out to center. Monroe in 3-on-1, but offside as Ballant had gotten over the line a little prematurely. 5:40 left to go. As Topeka putting out a brand new line. It's Clark, Sneath, and Wilson. On the backside, Norwinski and Gagnon. Christie on the other side. Back with his line. As Albrecht breaks back out. And now Mo will be allowed out of the box. Still a couple minutes for Justin Schmidt. As now again, illustrative as they get set. So, face-off. Coming back here just outside the defensive zone for Topeka. Sneath gets tied up, beaten there by Forneris. Into the zone, a shot deflected over the top of the net. Bounces along. Topeka trying to motor it through. They do as TJ Sneath comes up with it. Sneath trying to swat it ahead for Cameron Clark, but it's turned around. Forneris comes up with it. Cuts wide. Forneris back towards the blue line. Dumps it off. Fed off the boards. Albrecht comes up with it. Albrecht spinning around. Has help. Decides better of it. Takes it himself. Shot blockered away again by Brizgalov. Saw that one all the way. Back down low. It's Albrecht with it one more time. Albrecht Back below the goal line, tries to feed it out front. It's broken up by Topeka, gotten up and out by Wilson, fed ahead, and here comes Cameron Clark. Clark racing through, shot, goal! Cameron Clark with a bubble, and Topeka has their first lead of the weekend. And the fans in Topeka are roaring. One nothing Scarecrows. Cameron Clark. He took a wrister from just inside the top of the circle, found a way past Tyler Masternak. Here's the replay, just inside the top, rips one, and it hits the twine. 5:02 to go, Topeka. Now they have to keep the pressure going. Puck one back, it's Connor Lind. Lind, back over the red line, hustles ahead. Offside, as Inlow had jumped the line. So they got that one wrong. So once again, they'll get that fixed. Face-off coming here, one back. Lynn dumps that one off all the way back behind. Masternak out to play. Masternak trying to move that up the near side wall as Scantlebury hustles it along. Fed up the board. Scantlebury with it again. Dumped ahead off the opposite blue line in the zone. It's Liarakos passing across for Christie. Christie spins, taken off. Brzgalov tried to poke at it. Liarakos off the side of the net, and now it's moved out. Topeka looking up ice. Breaking out, Hugo Koch sends it wide, looking for Inlow. Inlow pushes it ahead. Inlow and Asp. Inlow with a shot deflected into the opposite corner now as Topeka's continuing to battle. Move down low. Back in the corner. Hugo Koch chasing, could not get there. Asp will play it up the near side wall. Pinching back in. Topeka has to chase it back to center ice. Turning it around, it's Koash. Koash through the neutral zone, knocked down that time by Kyler Matthews. Matthews has it, looking for a lane. Matthews through the middle, broken up. As that puck kept in the zone still, however, as Gerstein sends across. Matthews with it again, winds up off of the gates of his opposite number as Norwinski able to stop that one. Knocked down again. Gerstein chasing it. He'll get there. Poke checked along, move back out, and Topeka banks it off and out to center. This one not going to have the distance. Topeka will make a line change. And now Monroe hemmed in their own zone. 3:45 left to go here in period one. 1-0 Topeka as back out the other way. It's Mo in the zone looking, shooting, blockered away that time as Brzgalov has come up with a couple of big ones here in the first period. Trying to force this puck. It's picked up and chipped back out to center as Topeka back to chasing. Picked off. Boston Bird in the zone offensively, and no, Avery Smith had jumped the line. 3:25 to go. As there's the fix. Cameron Clark gets the appropriate call. As now Justin Schmidt out of the box. He will head back to his bench. Final media timeout here. We'll step aside. Be right back after this.
That don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe, and save or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience
on a ripper of a shot from Cameron Clark. Weren't sure he was going to be able to play tonight after taking a late injury last night. So Checo will take the draw here as he gets set. Puck is dropped, one back by Monroe. The Moccasins take possession and trying to work it back out. It's Mo with it. Work back to center. Hustling through, Gerstein in onside, drops a pass across, shot off the post and out. Sam Turner, he got all of it, but a little too high. So faceoff going to stay deep inside Topeka territory. 3:14 to go here in period one. Quick change for Monroe. As Gagnon chatting with Sneath before the puck drop here. Taking the draw for Forneris. Puck is dropped, tied up, moved out by Gagnon. He will dump that one. That's going to go not quite all the way down, so delays the icing as Monroe slowed up a little bit trying to force it, but that puck didn't have the distance as now the Moccasins bank that one back to center ice. A little bit of a stretch. That's what they like to do. Forneris couldn't handle the pass from Albrecht, and that'll be sent ahead. Chipped off a stick all the way back down to play at Masternak. Masternak looking, fires it along to the near side wall. Fed ahead to Albrecht. Albrecht has his pass deflected but not picked off. Forneris will come up with it. Off a stick, turned around. Topeka coughs that one up to Forneris, now right at center. Passed across, looking for help. Deflected back through. Monroe looking up ice. That one picked off and moved ahead, right back into the zone. Clark has it poke checked away. He'll turn around, keep the puck on his stick. Dumps it down and around. Sneath is there, right towards the middle. Chopped down by Gagnon, can't get it to settle. And now that puck will bounce back onto a Monroe stick. Out towards center. Gagnon lays the body. Norwinski with it, passes across, finds Elijah Wilson. Wilson up and into the offensive zone now. He cuts back. Wilson dumps it off, looking down low for Koash, but couldn't get it to him, as that'll just get by him. Bounce back out towards center ice. Monroe racing up the ice. Played across. Albrecht with a little backhanded play there, as that one's taken away. Moved back in the zone. Scantlebury turns around, looking for a lane. Passes off towards the net. Saved by Brizgalov. A minute 49 left to go here in period one. So, 1:49 left to go here. A 1-0 Topeka lead. Cameron Clark doing a job here. Hugo Koch set to take the draw against Yanni Leorakos. Those two former teammates as well back there in Mississippi. Scarecrows waiting as Leorakos going to get kicked out. Stepping in will be Christie. They get set. Puck is dropped. One back. Shot taken away by Brizgalov. As now a quick line change looks to be coming. Topeka will hop over the boards as they'll make a full sail line change. As Monroe unhappy about the clock. I believe an extra second or two may have ticked. As 1:33 left to go. At current, they'll see. Okay, no time added. 1:42, okay, 9 seconds added back on. As that puck held up there by the official. As TJ Sneath getting set. He ties up his man, push back, shot, goal. Too easy. As Leorakos gets the face-off win and just puts it over the top of Daniel Brizgalov. Leorakos comes in and just picks his spot through traffic, so it's a 1-1 tie game with 97 seconds left to go here in period one. So Topeka has to find a way to go back on the attack here. 1-1, Scarecrows Moccasins. Moccasins on their 20th shot of the game before they were able to find the back of the cage. Set face-off play does the damage. As that one back, Monroe with it. Passed across. As that one's moved along. Trying to force it forward was Leorakos. It's picked off and now Checo towards the boards. Dumped off as he gained the red line. No icing. Out to play it. The netminder fed around. Scantlebury is there. Chips it back to center. Gagnon comes away with it. Passed across. Norwinski. Norwinski back to Gagnon. Gagnon ahead. Dumped off. All the way down it goes. Back behind. Schumacher back there for it. Fed around the boards to the far side. Turned around. Chipped up out towards center. As that one takes a weird carom. Hustled back out. Shot off the side of the netminder as that one bounces right in the slot. Turned away. Kicked ahead. Last minute of the first period. Avery Smith gets it ahead. Checo racing through the neutral zone. Corey Checo cutting through. Takes it down low. Banks off his man as that puck is taken away. Chipped right out as Norwinski tried to kick it along and could not. Gagnon plays it on the backhand. Dump back in the zone. Topeka gets onside. Puck fed all the way across as that'll be chipped up, and that one gets all the way back down. Christie is there. He's cut off by Gagnon, swatted at there. As Gagnon sends it below the goal line, Connor Lind runs him off, banked off the wall again. Back up the sidewall. Down low, a delayed penalty coming. No, they said high stick. I apologize as Connor Lind hustles out. That was the official call as he had his arm up, moved back along. Last 13 seconds of the period as now that puck back down deep in Monroe territory. Spun around. Topeka trying to get there. They kicked it along but couldn't do anything with it as the puck rolls out. Last second of the period, and that'll do it as Schmidt comes over the boards, able to touch it up. So after 20, it's going to be a 1-1 tie. Topeka and Monroe, an interesting start to this one. Topeka got the first goal in this game as Cam Clark did a job. Scott Koash coming over to talk to the official as now some head shaking from the Monroe assistant captain. Scott Koash talking to the official as now again we'll see what comes of any of this as Robbie Nichols heading off the ice. The referees will head back as the Moccasins are off the ice, still waiting on their assistant captain. The Scarecrows trying to head off the ice as there goes Schumacher, and now Koash will head off. So the coaching staff heading off as well as Robbie Nichols finds his way down the tunnel along with the training staff. We head to the first intermission, 1-1 Moccasins Scarecrows. Lots more coming up. When we come back, you're watching Scarecrows Hockey here live on YouTube and on Sportfeed.
Well, how was that for the first period here of Game 2, Moccasins and Scarecrows? Don't mind me, I'm down here in the dungeon in Chicago, my brother's house. You know, it is what it is, but sometimes you do what you got to do. 1-1 here after the first period. Was another slower start. I mean, shots on goal total was fantastic, though. You got 20 for the Moccasins, 7 for the Scarecrows. Both goaltenders giving up 1 goal in the period. Brizgalov against Masternak. The FPHL did list Egbert as our starting goaltender, but we found out that was not true. However, it looked good anyway in the first period. Both goaltenders were sharp. Brizgalov was very sharp. He had a lot of shots on goal, some with quality, some just kind of throwing them on net. But the Moccasins finally got on the board there late in the period by a face-off win that came to Yanni Lirakos, who just ripped one over Brizgalov, tying it over at 1. The first goal was scored a little earlier by the injured Scarecrow from last night, Cameron Clark, and that was assisted by old Scotty Koash a few minutes before the game-tying goal by Lirakos. But good first period. We even had a little scrap there with Hagen Mo and Justin Schmidt. Schmidt's a long-time FPHL tough guy, so good to see him out there throwing some hands. Might not be the last time we see that this game as well. Maybe not those two, but Justin Schmidt possibly. I did get some questions too that got sent in here. If you don't want me to answer these, this is a great. Troy sent me these, and hopefully everybody over at the watch party at Revival Trucking and Equipment Sales, everybody's having a good time over there. Another pastilla is flowing. Hopefully that's good for you guys. I'm checking out the Facebook chats here. Good stuff. We had at one point over 540 people on the stream, which is fantastic. Good to see. Joseph's going to try to get on at some point tonight. Still having the internet issues with the bad storm that came through there. Kind of a once-in-a-lifetime storm that they had out in California. It was pretty ridiculous. But bottom line, safety is the number one thing, so everybody's good out there. However, I did get a couple questions in so far. Troy sent me a few. And what I did get was, why does our goalie keep getting out of the net? Not sure why he's going out of the net. Not sure what parts of the game he's going out of the net. I'm going to keep an eye on it and see what he's doing. I know he plays. Masternak likes to play his crease a little high, so he does tend to get out of the net a little bit, a little out of the crease, which is fine. It cuts down your angles a little bit more. as a goaltender. You want to cut down those angles and have a shooter have a smaller window or opportunity to score, and that's exactly what he does. And actually, all of our goaltenders do a really good job with that. But that's Masternach's game, so that's going to answer that. Why do we not challenge the goal earlier in the period? And that was good question. And the reason they didn't challenge it was I think they were whacking at the puck a little late after the whistle, and it found its way to the back of the net. And they're all kind of just were in agreement that it would not be a good challenge, because if you do lose the challenge, you lost it for the game, and then you're down a guy, and you go into the penalty kill, and you don't want to be giving anybody any kind of scoring opportunities, especially with the Scarecrow team. They do have some scoring power, and you don't want to wake a sleeping giant, perhaps. Oh, we also have, let's see, what do we see happening this first period opposed to last night from Troy? I think we were running into a goaltender with a little warmth. Brizgalov's had some really nice saves tonight, and sometimes that's a possibility when you run into a hot goaltender. And I think our scoring chances were good tonight so far. Oh, boy, I'm really dark here. Let's lighten this up. There we go. I think our scoring chances were still pretty good. 20 shots on goal. But sometimes you run into a goaltender. Now, here's the thing. I think the second period they're going to come out and play the same game, play physical. I believe we had a pretty physical game so far, as well as last night's game was pretty physical. And you got to keep taking that body. That's our game. That's the Moccasins game, is to take the body first, second, and by the third period, the defense is completely exhausted. So something they're going to keep doing is taking the body, playing our game. Last game of this series, and we're headed back to Monroe. So gloves are off, so to speak. We've already seen the gloves come off once, but you got to take the body. You got to keep shooting on that like we did with the 20 shots on goal. Nobody's really had any definitive power plays or penalty kill opportunities. So this is going to be a long one here. But throughout the game, if there's any other questions, feel free to either throw them in the room or give them to Troy, and he'll send them to me. Last question I got was, will you come fix my internet, Joseph? Well, I mean, if I could, I would. It'd be great, because I really would like you with me, buddy. But unfortunately tonight, I'm going to go ahead and take this one as long as I possibly can. That's not one of my favorite things to do. That's not my forte. But you know what? Hey, like I've said before, this broadcast team, it takes a village, and we've got all kinds of things. We've got village idiots. I mean, we've got it all. You never know what we're going to get here. But at any rate, 1-1 after one. The Holden said, "What did I eat?" I have an empty plate. Yeah, a pizza. I ate pizza. No, it was not Chicago deep dish, because that's not a Chicago pizza. That's a fallacy. That's a total fake thing. It's just, wow, I'm getting all kinds of thing here. I'm getting answers on the questions on a stream too. I'll answer them on a stream later. And that's my text messages. So there's that. I'll answer that on the stream. Anyway, 1-1 after one. We head into the second period. 20-7 shots on goal total in favor of the Moccasins. And we look for a more physical play. And I see everybody at the watch party hanging out. Nice. And I see Worm. We got Worm. Oh man, this is great. And I get the way back too. This is fantastic. But all right, guys, we're gonna take a little break, and we'll come back and get the second period.
Healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like NormaTec compression and the area's only AlterG anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like Normatec compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty & Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty & Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like Normatec compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty Marks here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey, Moccasin fans.
The Scarecrows and Danielle Brzgaloff down to my right. The Monroe Moccasins down to the left. The officials over talking with Robbie Nichols as we head into period 2. Looks like Coach Nichols will keep with the roster he used to start the game, as Nichols talking with the referee still. As now again. This is a deep conversation, too. So, face off. Comes to center ice. Everybody appears to be set. As Topeka, a first-year team, trying to make a name for themselves. They have stepped up to the bar here. This is the final home game of 2025. As that puck dropped, forced forward, and now Topeka enters the offensive zone. Pushed ahead there by Avery Smith, but couldn't control. Chipped back ahead as Forners moving it around. Backhanded play out to center. Banked off and sent around. Brzgaloff way out of his net to play. He sends it around the boards and banks it back to center ice. So Brzgaloff, some good stick handling there. Passed off to the sidewall. It's Johnson with it. Banked up and right by Ballant. That'll be scooped up by Norwinski at his own blue line. Takes it back into his own zone, and that'll be turned around. Back for Norwinski. Norwinski looking for help. Nobody up the far side, or near side wall. My apologies, as that's flipped ahead. 2-on-1 back the other way. Passed across. Shot turned away as Brzgaloff stands tall in his crease. Back behind as the net came off its moorings. And that is blown dead by the official. So, 19-19 to go. As Topeka will have a defensive zone draw. Face off. Coming to the left-hand side of Brzgaloff. As Monroe gets another member out of the locker room. So Forners set to take the draw. Puck is dropped. Tied up. Topeka gets it up and out of the zone. As that's turned around. Fed around. As Schumacher watched that one go. Ballant able to dump it down deep. And now Gagnon trying to chase it down. He and Albrecht coming together as that's moved along. Bird has it. Fires that through center. Off a knee pad there of Avery Smith. Chasing after it. Schumacher back below the goal line. He's run into hard by Avery Smith that time, and Smith went down as that's passed up the far side wall. Inlow giving chase. Moved back out. Gotten into the offensive zone, looking to lift a stick, but could not. Forcing the play wide as Albrecht cuts around the backside of the net, looking for help. Still has it. Poke checked along. Trying to move it back up, but could not again. Monroe keeps the zone. Back down low. Poke checked into the corner. Topeka battling as Monroe still down deep in the zone. Puck is taken away, and now Topeka will move it up and out. Flipped ahead, hustling through in the offensive zone. It's Avery Smith on the backhand, but he couldn't get it to go. Don't think he got everything he wanted to on that shot as that one's poked along. Avery Smith heads right off for a change. Scott Koash tried to come up with it. It's picked off, looking, shooting, goes just wide as that puck bounces up and now attacked. Topeka comes out with it right back towards the front and couldn't get it to go. Blaisdell steps up, he puts it back in the corner. Koch is there. Hugo Koch spinning off, trying to kick that puck along. He does so, gets it along again. As Topeka back to the point, finds their man. Dumped off to Koash now along the sidewall. Koash off a leg pad, pinching in is Blaisdell. Blaisdell with it, back towards the goal, but bounces up and over it, as now that's fed up the boards and fed out of the zone. Chased after. Back to get it goes Connor Lind. He lets that one go as the goaltender let it go as well. Poe checked back along again. Scantlebury moves it down low. He takes a rough ride right to the front. Christie, a shot taken away. Huge stop by Brizgalov. And now the Scarecrows hustling back out the other way. 17:20 left to go, period 2. Into the zone, 3-on-1. A little pass off, but too far ahead of Koash. Koash off the side, trying to force it forward. As now again, passed out, back to the point. Looking, pinching in off a leg pad. Pategan back for it, sends it around the boards. Back down low, Inlow is there. Inlow looking, has Koash out in the middle. Banks off his stick, however, as Christie cuts him off. They were looking for an interference call, not going to get it as Koch comes out from behind the net. Circles back, looks down low. Hugo Koch back to the point. Pategan waits, shoots! Stopped, huge stop once again by Masternak. He saw it all the way. Rasmus Asp complaining now to the official. So faceoff will stay deep inside Topeka territory as they get a look. 16:48 to go here, period number 2. As TJ Sneath out there with Cam Clark, Elijah Wilson. Puck is dropped, worked to the sidewall. Monroe able to get that puck ahead. Chipped out in center. Dumped around the boards. Clean hit there. That's picked up. Wilson tried to move it back the other way, but Monroe able to force it back. And now again, deep in the zone. Passed across looking for a tip-in. Wouldn't go as that's dumped back below the goal line. And now Topeka will hustle back. It's Justin Schmidt along for Pategan. Pategan back to center off of Clark's stick and moved out. Quickly the other way. Into the zone comes Sneath. TJ Sneath looking towards the front. Backhanded play, but just misses everybody, and it's turned around by Monroe. Forced back out the other way. Gerstein in the offensive zone. He's harassed from behind. That puck deflected around the boards as that'll be chopped back towards center by Wilson. And now again, back out to center. Monroe looking for the entry point. Dumps that in. Brizgalov couldn't touch. Rolled around the boards as now Monroe trying to find a point. Pushing along. Shot towards the net. Brizgalov with a save. And Forneris just threw it from an odd angle. But hey, we've seen weirder ones go towards the net. 15:49 to go, period number 2, a 1-1 tie. 15:49, 1-1 tie game. Shots on goal 22-10 in favor of Monroe. The Moccasins continuing to attack. Forneris set to take the draw. As that puck went to the sidewall, but again, Monroe able to turn it right back around. It's picked off and hustled out the other way. Topeka in onside. As that puck skitters away, Monroe will get it right back. Moved up the sidewall as it's moved ahead. Bellant into the zone. Onside. Picked off. Chipped back towards center. Cut off by Topeka but couldn't control. Moved around. Played back by Tuvinen. Moved back. Schumacher with it again. Schumacher and Tuvinen working in their own zone. Boston Bird the man pinching. Bird still down deep. Forneris cuts around. Takes the pass off the near side wall. Forneris trying to race back out. Bird circles back at center. It's chipped ahead. Through some skates and moved deep into the zone. Stopped there by Brizgalov. He quickly tried to move that, but the official had blown it dead already. So, defensive zone draw, 15:02. We're 4:58 into period 2. As again, quick changes for both sides. As Brizgalov has touched plenty of rubber, 22 shots on goal, has stopped 21. As they get set, Christie lines up looking to win a draw, has Liarakos right behind him again. We've seen that play work. As Liarakos will swap out with Christie. They move everybody around. Face-off coming here. Topeka's down. Puck won back. Cleanly shot turned away by Brizgalov into the corner. Scantlebury is there. Scantlebury back down low. Puck worked out. Topeka comes away with it up the far side wall off the boards, and that will be deflected out. So, first immediate timeout of the second period. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
When it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like
all right. Media timeout coming to an end as the shots on goal 22-10 in favor of Monroe. The Scarecrows in desperate need of a face-off win here. We've seen this play work to excess. So, off to the left-hand side of Daniil Brizgalov. Christie waiting as they get this lined up how they want it. Learakos right back behind again. Puck is dropped. One back. Learakos takes possession towards the wall as that's picked off. Sent wide as Topeka gets it up and out of the zone. Kicked off a leg. Moved forward. Hugo Koch in onside. Koch dumps it around the boards. Chasing after it goes Koash. Koash down low. Sends it ahead. Christie is there. Christie back up. Koash comes away with it. Back down low. It's Hugo Koch. Koch below the goal line, trying to work it around. He spins off, comes away with the puck from his knees. Couldn't quite get it on the front side of the net as Rasmus Asp will break out. Asp pass broken up, but right back onto Christie's stick as Koch runs him off. And now they'll be flipped ahead. Koash comes away with it and sends it forward. Broken back in, it's Koch. Trying to cut through, trying to get around his men as Rasmus Asp throwing the body around. Koch is tied up and taken down, shot deflected there, and the Scarecrows wanted a call, not going to get one. Koch is back up. He and Asp still going at it a little bit here as that puck is moved along. Koch chasing down the puck. It's banked off, kept in the zone by Koash. Trying to get around Matthews and can't. Asp gets it out towards center. Knocked down there by Christie. Christie into the offensive zone. Cutting through. Shot. Saved by Brizgalov. A windmill, and he makes the stop. .13:42 to go. And again, Topeka looking up. 13:42 to go in period 2. 1-1 tie game. Scarecrows deep inside their zone. Puck is dropped. One back cleanly by Topeka. Trying to poke check at it. That puck's still fluttering around down there. They get it up the far side wall. Scooped up and moved to the blue line, but failing to clear as that one's knocked down. Fornares comes away with it. Poke checked out, and here comes Topeka back the other way. Moving with speed. Clark racing in. Shot deflected there. Taken down. A big hit there on TJ Sneath, and that is going to be a penalty. Slashing is the call. And Robbie Nichols wanted a penalty shot. I don't think he's going to get one, but it will be the first power play of the game. Ace Electric power play for the Topeka Scarecrows. Only one other penalty in this game. It was the 2 minutes to Justin Schmidt for the instigator in the fight. 13:22 to go. A huge opportunity now for Topeka. As they get set, puck is dropped. One back cleanly. Connor Lind has it. Moved down the sidewall. Spinning off. Back down. Worked along in the skates. Pitched back to the blue line. Kept there by Lind. Lind moves it back down the wall. Boston Bird with a shot. Goal! Boston Bird buries it, and it's 2-1 Topeka. A power play goal. What a play. Bird just walked in from the outside wall and found the back of the net. Watch it again. Bird steps in, nobody covers him, and just throws it past the netminder. 13:07 to go here, period number 2. Puck went to the sidewall as Avery Smith trying to get free. Kyler Matthews passes across. Bird chasing after it. That puck bounces along. Swatted back out for Boston Bird. Bird tied up there by Scantlebury. Taken away as Topeka looks ahead. Right back, Bird trying to force it forward and does. Backhands it after he gains the red line. Takes a rough ride there from Scantlebury, and that's going to be another penalty. As Scantlebury gone right after there by Avery Smith. Smith being pushed back. As Scantlebury raises a punch right to the face. Scantlebury still punching as he's going after Checo, it appears. Checo was pulling at Scantlebury, but he laid 2 solid punches to his face while the referees were in between. The initial penalty was going to go against Scantlebury here. We'll wait to see how this all shakes out. But Checo ends up in the box as well now. As now we'll see how this all shakes out. As I said, Robbie Nichols on the front of the bench. So the initial call was behind the play. Scantlebury with a cross check from behind on Boston Bird. Bird still on a knee right there by the bench. He's going to be looked at here by the training staff. As O'Reilly taking over some equipment. The referee is explaining it to the table, so we'll wait for the official announcement. But Topeka a 2-1 lead. I'm watching the discussion take place because, as you guys can see here, and I'm no lip reader, but Monroe, I don't know what case you're pleading. Scantlebury, who's been suspended now twice in the last 2 weeks, one was rescinded, one was held up. He was not able to play yesterday due to a suspension. Scantlebury cross-check from behind on Boston Bird for moving the puck. And then he starts throwing punches at the unwitting participant of Corey Checo. So it's going to be another Ace Electric power play for the Scarecrows. So we'll see if they can cash in again. But we'll wait for the official announcement on the penalties. So, face-off coming here to the left-hand side of the netminder. Puck won back cleanly by Topeka. With possession, they walk the line into the zone. Connor Lind. Lind back down low. Hung on to there. He's taken down. Puck's moved along by Rasmus Asp. Kyler Matthews trying to get there. That one knocked down again by Topeka. As that one swatted along. Kept down low. Bird spins off. Boston Bird looking back towards the point. Dumps it off there. Looking across. Topeka walks the line. Back down low. In towards the net. Poke checked along here as Elijah Wilson walks the line. Back below the goal line now. He's shoved off. Wilson continues to move the puck, however. Back along. TJ Sneath gets it back towards the blue line. Pinching towards it. Ballant able to get it out of the zone. Ballant for Monroe. Hustling ahead. Poke checked away as Topeka is run off. Taken down in their own end. And 12 minutes left to go here in period 2. So quick change for the Moccasins. Scarecrows looking up ice. Fired along. Topeka racing out through center. Dumps a pass off. Cameron Clark to the sidewall. Still with possession. Looking towards the side. He takes it back below the goal line. Harassed there. Back to the point. Norwinski passes off for Koash. Koash looking across. Looking for a one-timer. Not going to get it. Gagnon had to pinch back around. Gagnon tied up. Gagnon back towards the blue line. And again it's cut off. Monroe will race back out. Monroe excellent at killing time as Forneris racing through the zone. Big reverse hit there. Hands up high. That's going to be a delayed penalty. As now Topeka hustles out. Another delayed call as Topeka looking up ice. Hustling back through the neutral zone. Inoffensively cutting through, looking, shooting, goal! 3-1 Scarecrows. Scott Koash buries against his former team his 13th of the season. What a play. Here's the replay. Koash just races in, cuts to the side, throws it towards the net, and not a chance. 3-1 Topeka, and they're about to start on another power play here. So Scantlebury's released. Forneris takes a seat. As now, another 2 minutes of a power play for Topeka. Forneris, the former Topeka junior player, will take a seat. And the Scarecrows go back to work. 5-on-4 hockey. 2 power play goals here tonight.
Well, was look at this play going into the boards here on the far side of the faceoff circle. Looked like Forneris had his arms up a little bit, but I really don't see a whole lot there. But, you know, it looks like if anything, it's going to be an potential elbowing. But yeah, he got the elbows up there. And going back to power play, we've got to eliminate these power plays because obviously we're getting stung on them. That's 3 power play goals now tonight. I'm sorry, 3 power play goals in 2 nights, 2 tonight. Can't keep giving Topeka these chances and opportunities. I talked about it during the intermission call. Got to come to a head here pretty quick. Back to you, Troy.
In West Monroe.
It's timeout. Forneris talking with the official in the box. As now again, Scarecrows getting set again. As now, TJ Sneath lines up against Sam Turner. Puck went back by Turner, but cut off. Pushed aside, Ballant works it in the offensive zone. Cutting through, back into the middle zone, back for Matthews, dumped off. Kyler Matthews will dump at 200 feet. 15 seconds gone by. Gagnon is there. Gagnon taking his time. Looks ahead. Fires it away. Moving up. Breaking out. It's Norwinski into the offensive zone. Norwinski circling back. He and Sam Turner come together. Turner will dump at 200 feet. All the way back. Brizgalov there to play. Brizgalov quickly back up. Trying to move this back to the other blue line. Gets it in there as Boston Bird chipped it but couldn't get possession. Johnson has it now. He drops it out. All the way down as Brizgalov kicks it into the corner. It's Gagnon. 45 seconds gone in this advantage. Gagnon hustles out. Racing ahead. Passed up for Elijah Wilson into the zone. Wilson carrying it himself. Wrapping around the backside. Send it back to the point. Cut off. No, Clark misjudged it. And I got to tell you, those bubbles, I do not know how they adjust to them so quickly. Excellent work there. Back towards the front. Shot turned away. Back towards the front again. Shot turned away by Brizgalov. And again, that puck is loose. Sent towards the middle, broken up, and now Topeka back the other way, the 45 seconds. 2-on-1 as they cut through towards the middle. Back again, can't get it to go. Fancy footwork there. Shot towards the net, deflected, and goes into the corner. Chasing after it. Trying to cut it off, but Liarakos will put it back. Still keeps the puck. Liarakos towards the front, chipped in up and into the bench. 9:34 to go here, period 2. We're past the halfway point, and we'll step aside. Second media timeout. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Green Valley Smoke.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
Here in the man advantage, Topeka, a couple of beauties on the power play here tonight. See if they can keep pushing the pressure. 9:34 to go as everybody pushed back. Puck is dropped. One back by Topeka. The Scarecrows trying to move this puck up quickly. It's Blaisdell. Blaisdell up the wall to Bird. Bird in onside as Mo comes out with it. Mo dumping that one 200 feet. Brizgalov will leave his net to play. 10 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Topeka spins back. They look content to let this one die off as the Scarecrows start up ice. It's Blaisdell with it. Blaisdell swatted at. Still 30 shots on goal from Monroe at this point. Broken in. Blaisdell passes off into the zone. Pass through and looking for the tip. Couldn't find it as Monroe will start back out the other way. Forners moving it ahead to Mo. Mo swatted at. Keeps moving that puck forward. However, shot turned away by Brizgalov and took a little bit of a passing glance from Mo. 8:50 to go here, period two, as Topeka will make changes. So, face off. Back deep in the defensive zone. Good look at the brass rail. We always love our supporters. We'll talk about them there in second intermission. As now again, face off to the left-hand side of the netminder. Puck is dropped. One back. Trying to force that puck around. It's tied up. Moved out. Shot taken away by Brizgalov. Big stop by the young Russian. So, face off will come once again. Off to the left-hand side. Puck is dropped. One to the sidewall. Forced back, but again, Monroe able to keep the zone. Wrapped around the backboards. Chasing after it. Move back along the goal line. That'll be flipped out towards the blue line and out of the zone as Schumacher goes back to play. Less than 8.5 to go here, period number two. Breaking back through. In the zone. Shot turned away by Brizgalov again. So, face off will take place. Back deep in the defensive zone as Topeka trying to find a way to add on to this 3-1 lead. 8:22 left to go here in period two. Face-off coming here, off to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. One back. Topeka with possession banked off the wall and out to center, as that'll be immediately turned back around. Fed off of Connor Lind. Lind spinning back, looks ahead, fires it along. That puck will be tipped up and into the crowd. So, 8:09 left to go here, period two. Lots of stoppage time here. I think they got to adjust the shots on goal. Just from the goals scored, I think we're well above 11, but we'll wait to see in the intermission. Right now it's slated as 31-11, but 8:09 to go in the period. One back by Monroe. The Moccasins passing across. Learakos moving it forward. Poke checked away that time by Doug Blaisdell. Blaisdell hustles ahead into the zone, looking for a drop pass, gets it back to Cam Clark. Moved along. Back for Clark again. Clark at the blue line. Passes across. Elijah Wilson pitching in. Wilson takes it below the goal line. Wilson looking for help. Pass back. Shot off of the post! As Clark, a beauty of a one-timer there. Hustled back ahead by Monroe this time, however. Back down deep. Liarakos towards the middle shot, and that one's taken away as Mo moves it back to the point. Fed along, shot kicked away as Liarakos caught something up high as he's reaching up to touch his face. I don't know if that was a puck, stick, what have you. 7.5 to go here in the second period. 3-1 Topeka. Face-off coming to the right-hand side of Brizgalov. Shots on goal right now, 31-12. No timeouts left for Monroe, by the way, so that could come up big later if Topeka can keep their foot on the gas. Puck is dropped, one back. Pategan gets that one up and out of the zone. This is going to have the distance, and that will be an icing. Boston Bird not able to beat it out. Will go all the way back to the defensive zone. Quick change for Monroe, as they want it right back in the exact same spot. Topeka looking to win another draw. 31-12. The shots on goal. 3-1 where it matters. Topeka with the lead there. They get set. Puck is dropped, one back. Pategan sends it around the boards. There for it. Topeka able to get it out to center ice. Picked up. Boston Bird in the zone again. Has help. Bird waits. Dumps it off. Was looking for Koash, but it gets by him. Forneris looking ahead. Moves it up quickly to Ballant. Ballant cutting through center. Waiting for help. Takes it in himself. Now passing through the middle. Albrecht with a shot goal. Makes it 3-2. 7:02 to go. And that is a dangerous player to let get in front of your goalie uncovered. So it's 3-2 Topeka now. Albrecht looking back. As now Topeka coming right back out to center. Going to try to find a way to get that momentum back. Puck is dropped, one back. Monroe picking it up. It's Rasmus Asp. Asp up the boards. Mo with it. Dumps it in. Back behind. Chopping at it. Topeka having some trouble. That one bounces around. Glove comes off the defenseman. Trying to poke check it away. It's in the back. Shot save. Brizgalov, and again some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Norwinski not appreciating the abuse by Yanni Liarakos. Face-off going to stay deep inside Topeka territory. 6:48 to go. Have to scratch and claw, have to find ways. As now Christie set to take the draw. Liarakos right behind him again. That's how they scored their first goal. Topeka loses that one, but immediately able to move that puck, so keeps it away. Shot up and over the top of the net. Bounces around the boards. Kyler Matthews run into as Topeka will try to move that puck. Chipped ahead, off a stick, and now Hugo Koch chasing after it. Goaltender out to play. Koch was trying to chase it back down as that puck's cut off, kept deep in the zone. Kyler Matthews is there. His stick lifted. Now again, back along the boards. Asp is there. Moves it ahead quickly. Played out. Mo hustling through the neutral zone. Has his stick lifted and poke checked away from him. Swatted there by Blaisdell. Hugo Koch turning it around. Koch looking up ice. Has help. Decides better of it. Takes it himself. In the offensive zone. Cutting through. Koch tries to get free but is held up, and that's a delayed penalty. Holding is the call, and Topeka will go back to the power play.
Let's go back to that original goal. It looked like they credited Ballant. Yes, it was Ferneras from Ballant to Albrecht, who just buries it over the down. Brizgalov was going left to right and just was completely down and out, and Albrecht took advantage of it, buried it over the top. 3-2. Scarecrows here, a little more than halfway through the second period, and going back to the power play right now is Topeka. So we need to really eliminate these penalties and start kind of buckling down a little bit here, because it's not going to get any easier in the third period. Let's get through the rest of the second and hightail it to the third.
Drop, tied up, one back. Bird trying to chase it back down. Fed off the wall. Coming up with it. Move back up towards the blue line, but Monroe going to exit the zone. Little drop pass out again. shoved off, and that'll be worked back behind. Connor Lynn there for it. Lynn drops a pass. Trying to start up ice. Topeka racing out up the near side wall up to Elijah Wilson. Wilson turns, fires it off deeper into the zone. Backhand shot won't go. As now turning it around, Monroe hustling back out. 3-on-3 back the other way. Turned around again. Topeka couldn't handle it. Deflected back towards center. Picked off. It's Albrecht with it again. Albrecht throws it in towards his own netminder. A dangerous pass as that's sent around the boards. Bounces back to the opposite blue line, and Topeka has to get onside. They do so. Fed through some legs. Albrecht gets it and dumps that one down. Topeka has to chase back. A minute 10 to go here in the power play. 5:10 to go in the period. Back behind. Scarecrows getting a new line out there as well. Breaking out from behind their own net. They look up ice. Fired along the far side wall. It's Connor Lynn. Lynn gets around, but offside was Cameron Clark. So, 4:56 to go. We'll take a media timeout and be right back after this.
M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first. No referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like Normatec compression and the area's only AlterG anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey, guys.
As they get set, puck is dropped. Moved into the zone. Topeka trying to get in there. Kyler Matthews lifts that puck back to center. Knocked down by Norwinski. He spins around. Gets away from the attacker. Passes to the sidewall. Norwinski trying to get deeper. Cannot. That puck will be flipped back out to center. Knocked down in front of the Moccasins bench. Backhand play there by Gagnon. Scooped up and hustled back the other way. Into the zone goes Avery Smith. Passed across. Worked to the sidewall. Going to play it off. It's back to the point. Worked along. Gagnon, a shot deflected. Goes into the corner again. Cam Clark is there. Back to the point, Norwinski. Norwinski across. Gagnon. Gagnon pinching in. Shot deflected over the top of the net. Clark is there again. Clark back down low. Smith chasing, but Monroe going to get there first. That'll be deflected off the linesman. Backhanded play across the ice. 8 seconds remaining. Maybe one more rush for Topeka. Cam Clark. Back to his own zone now. He spins back around 2 seconds, and that'll do it for the power play. Clark coming out. Asp back out there, so an extra defenseman here for Monroe as that one's broken up. Clark leaves it there, banked off the wall, back to center. Knocked down. Topeka took a look, decided better of it there as that spun into the zone. Back behind, an opportunity shot kick save by Brizgalov. Chipped out to center, off of Rasmus Asp. Chased back after as that's fed through. Fornares left it there for Kyler Matthews. Matthews moves it ahead. Into the offensive zone it comes. Albrecht back to Matthews. Matthews towards the net. Kick save shot in the back of the net again. An initial save, but Monroe just keeps coming after you. Too many chances. As you can see it here on the replay. Spread wide. The initial save is made right into the slot, and it ends up behind Brizgalov. So, tied up now. 3:29 to go in period 2. That power play was important, and unfortunately went for naught. Schumacher comes away with it. Deflected ahead. Picked off. As that's moved ahead. Played out. They say icing, as that'll come all the way back. So 3:19 left to go. Second goal of the night for Albrecht.
Well, for the team that doesn't give up very easily here. Puck came something. Matthews gets to Albrecht, which the puck originally came from Ballant. So Ballant to Matthews over to Albrecht, up in the slot, puts it past Brzgalov. We got this game knotted up at 3 here as we're starting to head toward that second period. Closing down here, 32, 13 shots on goal right now in favor of the Moccasins. Tied up at 3. Goal well needed. Never count these boys out. This game's far from over.
Hemmed in their own zone as this one's pushed up past the blue line, trying to get free, and they cannot. That one deflected back, and again, able to deflect it back in the zone. Monroe gets it in there. Topeka will now have to start out yet again. Chipped ahead. Poke check. Can't come up with it as Monroe again working their way through. In onside. Cutting through. Liarakos a shot. Deflected wide of the net. Swatted around up the far side wall. Monroe first to the puck. Moccasins back below the goal line trying to play this one off. Swatted through some legs again. And Johnson battling but can't come up with it. Now it's taken away, sent to the sidewall. Hustling ahead. Hugo Koch turns on the Jets. Cuts wide. Koch in the zone. Cutting through a shot over the top of the net. Koch trying to chase down his own rebound. Can't come up with it. Johnson comes up with it again. Johnson, a drop pass there as Koch will go off for a line change. Back behind is Wilson trying to chase after. Now Liarakos comes away with it. Dumped out. Cut off. Off the stick of Norwinski in the zone. Deflected back in the corner. Played out by Brzgalov. Lifts that one up. Knocked down. Wilson couldn't play. It's chipped ahead. Not out of the zone. Now it will be moved out. Hustled ahead as Cameron Clark has it swatted off of his stick. Back the other way it comes. Trying to work his way through. Gerstein. Poke checked away from him. Back down below the goal line. Fed around the boards. Only white jerseys along that far side. Shot deflected away by Brzgalov. Towards his net again as Monroe continues to dangle it. Gerstein with it. Wrapped back behind. Puck comes loose, and Topeka comes out with it. Scarecrows back the other way. 3-on-3 if they hurry. Back ahead was looking for Clark, but not an icing call there. He'll run his man into the wall. As now that puck skitters around. Scott Koash trying to get free and can't. Koash still chasing that puck. It's bounced back to center. Topeka comes away with it. Scarecrows moving it ahead. Passed across by Bird. There to get it. Sent back deep in the defensive zone. Chopped ahead. Racing forward. It's Koash in the offensive zone. Koash dangles towards the front. Backhanded shot won't go. Tied up along the wall. Avery Smith has his man pinned. Loses his stick. Forneris trying to move it. Tie game. 3-3. Less than a minute to go. As this puck rolls around. Ballant comes away. Ballant racing back towards the offensive zone. It's dumped off. Brzgalov leaves his net to play. Throws it back up the near side wall. Smith was keeping an eye on it, but out with it comes Gagnon. Gagnon avoids a check. Cuts over center. Dumps that in. A glove save. And they'll hold on to it. So, we'll see. Monroe trying to hop over the board. I don't know. They are going to be allowed to make the change here. Corey Checo out of the box. He'll get some love. As Scantlebury will go off as well. So, offensive zone draw for Topeka. Sneath waiting. Sneath waits. Puck is dropped, one back. Topeka with it, a shot as that one comes loose back below the goal line. Fed around the boards, back behind again. It's Sneath with it. TJ Sneath looking, dumps a pass down low. Hugo Koch across, back to the blue line. Big wind-up shot, deflected off a leg, and now Ballant trying to race it back out. Ballant will flip it out towards center. Gagnon turns to chase, and they say no icing on that. Gagnon back to play, below his goal line. Breaking out, fires it ahead. As they miss that one, that's going to be an icing. 5.8 seconds left to go. As Topeka will be back down in their own end. Face off to the right-hand side of Brzgalov. At this point, it's just about winning the draw. As you see, the Scarecrows creating a wall in front of Brzgalov, not wanting anything to get through. Ballant and Sneath. Puck is dropped. One back by Topeka towards the front. Poke check shot over the top of the net. A broken stick, and that'll do it. As we will head to the locker room after 2 periods of play. We end right where we were at the end of one, at the beginning of one. It's tied up yet again. 3-3 tie. So 6 goals, 3 aside. Neither side with an advantage. However, plenty of special teams there in period 2. Scarecrows will head to the locker room. I'm sure they've got plenty to talk about as they gear up. 20 minutes on the weekend, a chance to come away with some big points against Monroe, a first-place team in the other division, as the Scarecrows head off the ice. We'll step aside, be back after this. 3-3 here from Topeka.
Well, what a period that one was. A little more lively than the first period, I see. And second period started off with some scoring on the power play. Once again, we're giving up a lot of power plays this game. It's something that's got to slow down here going into the third period, and I'll talk about that shortly. But Boston Bird opens up the scoring in the second period with a power play goal assisted from Lynn and alternate captain TJ Sneath. Then we come back with a goal from Forneris. Oh wait, no, I'm taking it. My bad. That was because of the Forneris slashing call. That's why they were in the power play. Next goal was by Scotty Koash. Again, his 13th of the season on the power play. Then we get a goal back by Albrecht from Forneris and Ballant. It's good to answer these goals right off the bat. We got to get right back there. We give one up, we got to get it back. And then just really a few minutes ago, Albrecht again from Matthews and Ballant. Ballant having a 2-point night. He's having a good night. Good to see him back in the lineup, especially after his suspension. And good to see all these boys playing hard. This is one thing this team doesn't do. They don't quit. They don't give up. They just keep plugging. And like John Clement said, the broadcaster for Topeka, that this team just keeps coming at you. They're not going to slow down. They're not going to back down. This third period is going to be wild. Somebody did ask a question to Troy for me to answer, but I'm not certain how this question can be answered, so I'm going to skip it. But I'll get to those in a second. But 3-3 after 2, much more exciting period. A lot of penalties going on here. We've got it's 6-3 in the penalty category. Just something that we need to start focusing on a little bit here, maybe into the third period. Topeka is not going to go away either. So we know what we have in the tank, but we're not too familiar with the Scarecrows. So it's one of those things where just keep putting the pedal to the floor, do what we do, play good defense, keep that puck out of the net. And I know Topeka hasn't been getting the shots on goal that we have, and it looks like it's almost a 3-1 on the shot on goal ratio, but sometimes it's like that. So the questions I've got so far this evening here for second period, what I know Lisa said, what does the A mean on the jersey? The A, so you got your captain C, and then your A's are your alternate captains. In absence of your captain, the alternate captains will assume that role. Also, the alternate captains are the ones that will also be able to talk to the referees if there's any questions that need to be asked on the ice. The referee typically isn't going to talk to anybody unless they have a letter on their jersey. So that answers that one. We also have questions are coming in from everywhere. We have 3 times the shots on goal, but the score is 3-3. Is this a battle of the goaltenders? Yes, no. I mean, both goaltenders are playing well. Sometimes when you see one goaltender giving up more goals on less shots, a couple things happen. One, either the shots are really good, or they were just one of those things where the goalie's not going to stop it, or sometimes your mind wanders a little bit. You do some things where you start getting into your own head, and you start watching some other habits by the other goaltender, whatever have you. I think they were just good goals tonight. They were all good shots on goal so far, in favor of Topeka's side. However, ours have been no slouch. You don't score if you don't shoot. So we've got plenty of those in the tank right now. What will we do differently in the third period? Stay out of the penalty box. I think that's what we really need to do. Focus on playing that solid defense. And I think Topeka is going to make some mistakes in the third period. I don't know if this is uncharted waters for them, to be playing a team as well as us. I know they may have played Binghamton already too. You know, your top 3 teams in the league right now is Binghamton, the Moccasins, and Athens. I mean, we'll just face it. That's what it is right now. There's a couple of teams that are very good. Don't get me wrong with that, but I mean, as far as the caliber of play Topeka's faced this season, I don't know if they faced a team like ours so far. So it could be interesting going to the third. We'll see how they handle it. They've got good goaltending. Brizgallo's been fantastic tonight, so no complaints there. It's been good watching these goaltenders both battle each other. What do you think? Let's see. What are you thinking? If any differences in play between the two goaltenders? And like I said, you know, it's tough to say with the goalies. I mean, they're 2 different goaltending styles. Brizgalov is Russian, and they do have a little more, I'm going to say, aggressive playing style, and he does attack the puck a lot more. But hey, nonetheless, it's been a pretty good battle so far, back and forth. 3-3 is the score. I know the shots on goal total is a little lopsided. Let me get an official shots on goal total here for the second period, so we can get that out of the 36-15 in favor of the Moccasins, getting 14-8 shots on goal in the second period. Stay out of the box for the third. That's what we need to do. Stay physical, stay smart, stay out of the penalty box, score more goals than the Scarecrows, get back to Monroe. Those are the strategies I have for the third period coming up. But that being said, Troy, you want to come back to commercial, and we'll come back a little later.
Smart from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on the golf course.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like NormaTech compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and NormaTech compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like NormaTech compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe Moccasins.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and NormaTech compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos, has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious PINT, sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto, Mellow City, Marshmallow, Fudge, and Graham Crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe, and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paint, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
Experience the peak of healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health, located in West Monroe. We offer comprehensive healthcare services for the entire family. Our exceptional facility provides primary care, behavioral health services, in-house pharmacy, x-ray capabilities, and much more. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, or no insurance. No matter your insurance situation, everyone is welcome. Discover accessible, inclusive, and complete healthcare at Pinnacle Family Health.
Well, hockey has returned to Monroe.
Hockey is back on the Bayou. City officials and franchise officials say this is a win-win situation on and off the ice.
Save big when you join the Top Dog family. Check out our memberships today on our app or our website, and as always, go Mocs.
At M3 Physio, you can see a doctor of physical therapy first, no referral needed. Combining expert orthopedic manual therapy and dry needling with cutting-edge tools like Normatec compression and the area's only Ultra-G anti-gravity treadmill, we create a game plan built on movement, hands-on care, and motivation to get you back faster, stronger. From Monroe Moccasin athletes to anyone being held back by pain, M3 Physio meets you where you are and pushes you to the next level. M3 Physio is proud to be the official physical therapist of the Monroe.
My right-hand side, it's Tyler Masternak. The Scarecrows in the home black, skating left to right. The Monroe Moccasins in the road white, skating right to left. Scarecrows, Moccasins. One more period. Let's get scary. Here we go, period 3. Robbie Nichols making his way out to the bench, as he will start things off as started the whole game. Checo, Smith, and Bird, Norwinski and Gagnon. 5-on-5, no carryover penalties. As Robbie finally gets on the bench. As they get set, puck is down. One back by Topeka. Gagnon comes away with it. Jacob Gagnon on the backhand. Spinning around, banks it off the wall. Knocked down by Monroe and the official as that puck dug for along the board. Trying to move it as Forneris has it pinned. That puck sent ahead. Chipped ahead by Ballant. Ballant moves it up to Forneris. Forneris in the zone onside. Passes through Ballant. Backhanded shot. Goes just wide. Ballant gets it right back. Ballant hustles after it at the blue line. Backhanded play. Albrecht with it. Pass towards the middle. Broken up. Avery Smith is there. Swatted out to center. Boston Bird couldn't come away with it. He lifts his stick. Now he gets it and has to retreat a little bit there with no help. Back behind. Albrecht breaking back out. Has 2 goals here tonight. Cutting through the middle. Looking, shooting, gloves down that time by Brizgalov. That'll be played around the backside. Chopped up the far side wall. Poke checked along. Topeka looking. Fired through, picked off in the middle. Liarako's shot goes just wide. He takes a rough ride. Another shot turned away by Brizgalov. Backhanded play, that'll go all the way down. That's going to be an icing. As that, with 1:07 played here in the period, will be an offensive zone draw for Monroe. 1:07 into the period. As Topeka gets ready again. Checo set to take the draw. As the linesman's got the count. Puck is one back. Liarako shot gloved away by Brizgalov into the corner. As Gagnon comes up with it, chips it out to center. Approaching the 40 shot mark there are Monroe. Chipped ahead. Back to get it goes Connor Lind. He spins, dumps it back out. Off a defenseman there, picked up, scooped into the offensive zone as Avery Smith comes in. Shot, gloved down easily there by Masternak. As now again, just under 90 seconds into the period. And they do bump it up, 40 shots on goal for Monroe. 15 for the Scarecrows. So, Topeka going back to it here. Sneath looking to win a draw. He waits. Pushes out the encroaching wingers. And that one shoved to the wall. Topeka able to get there and shove that puck deeper, but can't control it. As now Elijah Wilson able to shove it down deeper. Back behind, Cameron Clark chasing after it, avoids a check. As now again that puck skitters away and will end up on the stick of Christie. Christie hustling ahead into the offensive zone. It's Scandalbury with it again. Scandalbury harassed there. He's tied up. Puck pushed back through. As that's on the backhand and chipped out to center. Racing back after it. Clark trying to catch some steam as Kyler Matthews breaks in. He throws a reverse shoulder as Clark has it taken away from him. Elijah Wilson pinching in. Puck moved along as Gagnon trying to play it off. Comes back to center. Big windup, and that's deflected back in the zone. A couple of weird hops that time as Topeka trying to rush a little bit here. Puck moved along. Back out the other way. Moccasins into the zone. Looking, shooting, turned away by Brizgalov. Chipped up in the air. Not towards the net. Brizgalov spreading himself out, trying to come up with it, still digging at it. And Brizgalov all over it. Daniil Brizgalov comes up big. So, 17:34 left to go. Topeka, a defensive zone draw. Brizgalov trying to get himself arranged here. Helmet off. As now he gets back set. Glove and blocker back on. And he looks set to go now. Scott Koash ready to take the draw. He will push that puck back. Lifted stick, moved out and gotten out of the zone. Hugo Koch racing after it. He will not have the speed to catch up, as that'll be brought all the way back down. Icing call as Dorsey was able to beat it out. 43 shots on goal for Monroe now, and I don't mean to laugh, but whew, it has been all attack. As now Topeka, 2.5 minutes into the third period. I said it in the intermission. You have to find a way to outplay Monroe for 20 minutes. Puck is pushed to the sidewall. Lifted stick. Ballant pinned there. Coming after it, Forneris. Forneris shot, gloved away. Taken in front. Another shot kicked aside. Back towards the front. Shot in the back of the net. Landon Johnson buries it. His first of the season. And that is the Monroe Moccasins mentality. They don't stop coming. It is just drive after drive after drive. It is what has made them successful this year. It is what has put them at the top of the Continental Division. As now Topeka has to find their own drive. As that's picked off, dumped off, and taken away. Still battling as that puck wraps around. Sent back to the defense. Pushed ahead. Trying to work it through. Smith has it tied up in his skates. And Monroe right back in. Poke checked away. Pushed along. Fed out. Boston Bird hustling. Bird gains the red line and dumps that one down. Goaltender leaving the net. A bit of a dangerous play there as he wraps that around. Corey Checo there for it. Checo spinning off below the goal line. Still keeps the puck moving, however. Back to the point to Connor Lind. Lind waits, fires that one off a stick, and it bounces back to center. Lind will get his own rebound. Fires it ahead off the boards. And again, able to force that puck forward, but Monroe turns it right back around. Moe exits the zone. Back into their own zone, it's Boston Bird. Bird passes across. Brizgalov had to play, as now moving back out the other way. 16:20 to go here, period number 3. Topeka trailing by a goal now. Dumped deep in the zone as Checo will head off for a line change. 16:10 remaining. Puck pitchforked out to center ice. Knocked back in. Topeka had to get onside. They do, as now that puck deflects out to center. Race back through the neutral zone. Monroe into the zone, cutting through. Shot deflected away. As again, the Moccasins continuing to wrap around the zone. Leorakos dumps into the corner. Kyler Matthews is there. Wrapped around, picked up. It's Wilson with it now. Wilson firing across as Cameron into the zone. Cameron looking, shooting, and he didn't get everything he wanted on that one. Back behind. Chip back to center. Topeka chasing after it. This is going to be an icing call as Monroe tries.
As they saw a flurry around the net, good shot on goal from the top of the circle, but the goaltender Brizgalov was so far out of his own net, he was all over the place, miscombobulated, totally contorted. And Landon Johnson, congratulations on your first goal, blows it past him. The goaltender Brizgalov, who was not at all set, not at all ready for a shot on goal, past him 4-3 Moccasins. Third period.
A drop to the left-hand side again of the netminder. We mentioned that as that one's dropped. Scarecrows with it, turning, firing it around as Wilson took a rough ride. Broken out behind the net as trying to come up with a big hit there along the boards. And dumped off was Cam Clark. That puck kept in the zone momentarily. Now that'll be chipped out. Lynn turns to chase. He goes into the boards hard. A delayed penalty coming here. And that's touched up, and that will be the penalty. As again, cross-checking is the call. Scantlebury objecting. He took Linden to the board hard. So back to the Ace Electric power play goes Topeka. Scantlebury arguing. Forneris being led to the bench with Scantlebury to try to get him to calm down. 15:08 to go as Topeka goes back to the man advantage. Chance to get things evened up here. Puck is dropped, one back by Monroe. Taking it below the goal line, they dump it out to center. Trying to knock it off was Gagnon. Brizgalov will send it up the boards as Sam Turner breaks back into the zone. Offsides the call. We'll go to immediate timeout, step aside, and be right back after this.
Not hearing as clearly as you used to? Let advanced audiology and hearing aids be your partner in better hearing. Whether you need a simple ear cleaning, custom hearing protection, or guidance in choosing the best hearing aid from one of our trusted brands, our friendly experts are here to help you every step of the way. Hear better, live better, starting today.
At the Wellness Center, we're proud to team up with our hometown heroes, the Monroe Moccasins. When they aren't dominating on the ice, the Moccasin players build power and performance with our training team, push their endurance in our high-energy spin classes, and improve flexibility and focus in yoga. With 60-plus fitness classes every week, there's something for every age, goal, and fitness level. And just like the
Let's go ahead and take a look at this penalty that was called on Tucker Scantlebury as both players go into the corner. Scantlebury came in and looked to me like the Topeka player might have blew an edge and went down, and I don't see how a cross-checking was a thing, but we're going to have to see this one more time. Scantlebury comes in. If anything, questionable slash, but a cross-checking, I'd be hard-pressed to call it that. It looked like an edge was blown. Scantlebury never let go of his stick, which could have looked like a cross-checking. However, very questionable. But, hey, nonetheless, Topeka back to the power play. Scantlebury, 2 minutes cross-checking.
On the boards. Pinched up. Norwinski has that one swatted away, but gets it right back. Alex Norwinski off the sidewall. Looking ahead, fires it ahead. Out with it goes Clark, moved up for Avery Smith. Smith into the zone. Trying to find help, passes across. Koash, top of the circle shot, taken away. Excellent stop by the netminder there. Has Koash run into the boards. Koash has it. Still pinned to the wall, coming out with it. Topeka gets it. Takes it below the goal line again. Wrapped around the backside, back to the point. Gagnon with it. Back to the sidewall to Cameron Clark. Clark, back to Gagnon. Jacob Gagnon spins off, falls down, throws that puck across to Norwinski and back down low again. Koash back to the point. Norwinski has it across. Gagnon shot and deflected. Won't go. Back below the goal line. Topeka chasing after it. Koash back to the point to Norwinski. Norwinski looks, finds Gagnon again. Jacob Gagnon passing across. Jumps a little bit on Scotty Koash. Passed across again. Cameron Clark has it tied up back behind. Gagnon across. Koash shot. And where's it end up? No one can tell as Avery Smith getting attacked by the side of the net. Two different guys going at it here. Smith is up and still getting attacked. Two different players went at Smith. So he is up, asking fans to cheer for him. Certainly deserving of it. He'll go to the box. Gerstein will go to the box. Still more pushing and shoving. I believe that's Koash and Turner. So, we'll see how all of this shakes out, but the Scarecrows still had 29 seconds of a power play left. Avery Smith was, well, in public, you'd call it a mugging. 2 guys on him. He still seemed to get the better of at least one of the 2 encounters. Now the officials discussing this. Topeka trailing by 1. As now again, we'll wait to see. So lots of discussion over near that Monroe Moccasins bench. Kyler Matthews and Rasmus Asp giving words. As now the officials will come out and explain, hold on a second here. The faceoff coming all the way back down. As now they haven't put anything up. Stefanini going back to the bench. As Sneath. The penalty box door for Topeka is open. Avery Smith has 2 minutes up there. Sneath skating back to the bench. It's going to be 29 seconds of 4-on-4. Quinn O'Reilly going to serve it. Avery Smith. Head coach Robbie Nichols arguing. Again, there was 2 guys on him. So, 4-3 Monroe. The linesman over there talking to the referee as well. Connor Lynn talking to the official in zone. Robbie Nichols talking again. There's a good shot of Daniil Brzgalov trying to keep himself stretched out. We got 4-on-4 hockey either way is what we're playing at here. 13:37 to go. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 29 seconds. And then an abbreviated power play for Monroe. Fernares comes away with it, sends it back for Asp. Asp looking. Shot, deflected away. Albrecht passing across. So 2 minutes for roughing. That one taken away. Excellent work. Cameron Clark rushing off. He's off to the races. Clark has his stick lifted. Not going to get a penalty on that one. As back the other way it comes. Monroe racing into the zone. No, they stay back out. Albrecht circles back, not wanting to get drawn offside. 3 seconds to go on the kill, as now we're at 5-on-4 hockey for Monroe. Power play opportunity for Monroe. Next Tech penalty kill, as you just heard. For all your cybersecurity needs, call Next Tech. As racing back out, here come the Moccasins. 1:17 to go in the power play opportunity. Into the zone they cut. Stefanini with it, pass through towards the front, deflected just by the net mouth. As that's cut up, taken out of the zone. As now again, Schumacher dumps it off for Stefanini. Stefanini across, finds his man, looking, shooting glove save. Brzgalov, he saw it all the way. 57 seconds to go on the Avery Smith minor. 12:33 to go here in the period. And Topeka still trailing by a goal. Came into this period tied up 3-3. Monroe with an early goal. Had a bunch of opportunities, and Brzgalov stood tall, but the third opportunity was one too many. Puck, one back. Monroe able to work the puck around. Topeka trying to come up with it. They work it down below the goal line. Still fluttering around down there. Everybody digging. As 3 Monroe Moccasins coming in there. Now 3 Scarecrows, and they'll get that one out all the way down. Weird bounce for the Moccasins netminder as that one rolls back out. Trying to race back through the neutral zone. Big body contact as Topeka will just dump it right back in. Wilson goes off for a change. 30 seconds to go on the kill. Again, Monroe happy to kill time. Moving it ahead. Christie dumping it off. Lirakos has that one poke checked away from him. Back out to the neutral zone. Lifted stick. Cameron Clark trying to get free. He does. Tries the stick drag but couldn't come up with it. As now again around the boards. Monroe starting the breakout. Pass across. They look to set it up. Working through the neutral zone. It's Lirakos again. Right towards the middle. Shot goes wide of the net. And the Scarecrows are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Moved out to center. Race back after. Dumped off. Picked off. Scarecrows with it onside. In the zone. Shot taken away and can't get the rebound. Bounced into the corner. Sneath is there. Sneath Sends it back down low for Hugo Koch. Koch escapes his man, still working. He's taken down. And now again, puck will be worked up the boards. Chipped out to center. Topeka still keeping an eye on it. Puck finally lands as Hugo Koch turns it around. Chipped ahead for Connor Lind. Lind gains the red line, gets in, onside. Lind into the corner now. He spins off. He's pushed to the wall. And now Lind puts his man off the wall. Dumped back down by Inlow, but nobody there in a black jersey. Chipped out to center. Gets ahead, into the zone, stays onside somehow as that puck's flipped ahead. As once again, Topeka chasing. Koash all the way back as Kyler Matthews comes up with it, sends it ahead. Stretch passes, that's what Monroe likes to do. Puck taken away. Elijah Wilson with it. Wilson circles back, steps through two defenders, right over the blue line. Wilson off a leg and into the corner. Kyler Matthews is there. He rubs that one off all the way around. 10:24 to go here in period 3. Over half a period left as Turner has the puck taken away from him. Through the legs of Koash. Now Cameron Clark moved ahead. It's Wilson again. Wilson firing it around for Cameron Clark, but he's rubbed off into the boards. Back behind. Looking for a lane as Monroe settling it back in their own zone. 10:03 left to go here in period 3. Dumped around. Having to turn and chase. There for it. Jacob Gagnon sends it to his defensive partner. Alex Norwinski looking ahead. Chipped up through legs, but picked off and turned about round the other way. Monroe a shot. Glove save Brizgalov. He'll cover up. Second media timeout of the period. We'll step aside and be back after this.
Players, you can unwind and recover faster in our hot tub and cold plunge. Come in today and see everything we can offer you. The Wellness Center, where champions train.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Marty and Mark's Jewelers here in West Monroe. Tommy and I, we want to welcome you guys to our store and come in and see what we got.
Come on in.
And look, if you need something for your sweetie, we got pre-owned Rolexes. We've got some nice fine jewelry right here. Rings, engagement rings, Glock watches. So come by and see us for all your jewelry needs, watch needs, and watch repair or jewelry repair. We offer it all right here at Marty and Mark's here in West Monroe and Antique Alley.
Topeka Scarecrows trailing 4-3. 9:47 left to go. As now, shots on goal 44-20. So 40 saves for Daniel Brizgalov here tonight. Topeka trying to find a way. Need to execute here. Have to find ways to get it out of their defensive zone to start and then get the puck down and put it behind the netminder. Masternak has had some trouble seeing the puck. He's had some trouble stopping the puck. Get shots on goal. 20 shots on goal. That's where we sit right now. Topeka needs pucks on net. So, face off to the left-hand side of Daniel Brizgalov. Robbie Nichols going with the Checo line. Boston Bird, who's tallied here tonight, on the far wing here on the right-hand side as they wait. Long look, puck is dropped. One back, swatted through, taken away. Bird will pick it up. Bird looks up towards center, chips it out towards center, and that one taken away. Christie turns it around. Christie dumped off, shot saved by Brizgalov. He keeps it moving as they blow it dead. So they're going to break it back outside the zone. I guess offside was the call. So, 9:33 to go as they'll set. Puck drop coming here. As that one back, Gagnon jumps up. Gets to the blue line and banks it off the wall. Move to the opposite blue line, but no further. Gagnon will pick it back up at his own blue line. Jacob Gagnon around, trying to get away from Scantlebury, who chops it away from him, and he's rubbed into the wall. Picked off. Topeka comes away with it. Avery Smith in offensively. Shot over the glove of the netminder. That'll be bounced around. Johnson's pass is out of the zone, and here comes Monroe back the other way. Into the zone, poke checked away. Topeka able to get it out to center. Smith got it up, looking for Bird, couldn't get it to him. Christie's stick lifted and gets the puck moved on anyway. Ballant, shot, goes wide. Wraps around, and now Smith trying to chase after it. He will beat it out, forces that puck forward. Smith using his size to his advantage. Smith sends it towards the slot. Broken up again as Topeka does come up with the puck back down low. Koash is there. Koash out towards the middle, couldn't get the shot off. Great chance there as Topeka goes back to the drawing board. Back out to center. Hugo Koch banks it back to center. Fornares couldn't handle. Now Koash moved it ahead. Koash chips it up. Hugo Koch dumping it in the zone off a leg. And now again, Topeka still battling. Trying to force that puck deeper in the Monroe zone. Have to come out with the puck, however, out of the scrum. And Monroe does. Banked out. Connor Lynn dumping around. Goaltender back to play. Topeka in onside. Trying to set things up. It's bounced back to center ice. As again, Topeka having to start from scratch. Back out again, Fornares into the zone. Cuts through, pass across, shot taken away by Brizgalov. 7:56 to go here in period 3. So, time continues to tick down. The Scarecrows battling, trying to find a way. Back deep in their own zone, it's TJ Sneath ready to take the draw. Sneath waiting. Puck is dropped, ties up his man in his skates, trying to move it along. It's poke checked away there by Norwinski, as back below the goal line it goes. Forced along, the Moccasins with it. Dumped off the boards, wrapping around. Gerstein dumps a pass off for Stefanini. Stefanini working it below the goal line. He's harassed by TJ Sneath, but can't be pushed off. Back behind, and now a little bit of a pick play there, back behind. Gerstein with it again. Gerstein looking out towards the front. He's shoved off, puts it off the skate of Norwinski, and now Gagnon will send it up the near side wall. Shot towards the net, deflected, goes back behind. And again, that puck sits loose. Gerstein with it, towards the middle, broken up. Everybody colliding with the goaltender, delayed penalty. And this is going to go against Monroe. In the zone, shot! As Gagnon makes the shot, it's a save. Brizgalov is lumbered a little bit. Mo will go to the box. Goaltender interference. As Mo arguing. Goaltender interference is the call. 7:13 to go. Back to the Ace Electric power play. Monroe looking beside themselves at the call. As faceoff will come all the way back. So an offensive zone draw. Topeka has to find that rhythm they found early in the second period. Sneath right back out there. He'll take the draw. As Brizgalov on a knee in his net. You hope he's okay. Sneath waits. Puck is dropped. One back cleanly. Connor Lind with it. Lind walks the line. Passes over. Kept in the zone there by Gagnon. He dumps it around the back wall and right onto Kyler Matthews' stick. Rasmus Asp will turn around. Fires it. Jumping for it was Wilson, couldn't get it, and here comes Sam Turner. Turner through, looking for a lane. Shot taken away by Brizgalov. Fed back below as that puck will be picked up. Turner without a stick. Hustling ahead. Topeka. Connor Lind over the red line. Breaks into the offensive zone. Lind still cutting through. Lind looking for help. Bounces it back. It's Wilson with it now. Passing it off. Gagnon winds, fires, goes just wide. And again, Topeka. Back out to center. Bounced off. Chipped ahead. The Scarecrows looking for help. It's Connor Lind again. Up the sidewall. Into the offensive zone as Bird is pushed off there. Trying to force that puck forward, and they do. Wilson around the boards. Looking for support. Finds Gagnon. Gagnon back below the goal line, and nobody there again. Asp up the board. Moved out to center. Brizgalov coming way up to play. 6:06 left to go here in the period. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage. Norwinski. Backhanded play. Nobody there for it. Poke checked away. Norwinski gets it right back and dumps it back off. Nobody in a black jersey again. Fed around the boards. Trying to get there, but again, it's moved all the way out. Brizgalov out to play. 5:48 left to go here in the period. Topeka looking to set it up. Gagnon dumps there. Cameron Clark cutting up the near side wall. Clark in offensively. Gets possession. Throws it around the backside. All the way back to the blue line. It's dumped down low. Fed back behind. Towards the middle, looking for a tip and couldn't get it. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Breaking back out. Koch has it. Up the sidewall. Koash. Back to Norwinski. Fires, and it's a glove save. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. And Topeka, again, having to use a lot of those 2 minutes to get set up. 5 minutes, 19 seconds remain. As again, nobody's come and picked up the stick down here. As that face-off won back by Monroe. Slapped off the boards and will go all the way down. Still a loose stick down at this end of the ice. Brizgalov keeping an eye on things, as now they try to move that stick. So, fired along the side wall. Chipped out as Monroe gets back to full strength, and it's back to 5-on-5. Poke checked away and turned out, as back to center ice it goes. Moving along, the Moccasins trying to get it up, it's Ballant. Ballant on the backhand, sends it below the goal line. Fed around, back behind. Trying to play it off. Forneris taken to the boards. He goes down as that puck's picked off, and now in low. Trying to move it ahead and has some trouble as that one's dumped off of the official. Gagnon comes up with it. Passing along, it's Norwinski. Norwinski out to center. In low, did not get a foot on it. That'll be an icing, and with 4:30 to go, we'll take our final media timeout. We'll step aside and be right back after this.
Hey Moccasin fans, when it comes to staying strong, healthy, and full of energy all season long, your hometown team isn't the only one leading the way. At Fiesta on 18th, we're your local go-to for all things health-related. From vitamins and herbs to natural supplements and groceries, we've got what your body needs to perform at its best. Stop by Fiesta on 18th, where health meets hometown pride. Proud corporate sponsor of your Moccasins hockey, because healthy living is always a win.
Do you want to feel better and perform better and get back to doing the things you enjoy? Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kyle Nix at Twin City Chiropractic. If pain or injury have got you down, we provide long-term solutions to get you back to 100%. Our services include chiropractic care, spinal rehab and traction, deep tissue laser, and Normatec compression. If you're an athlete, weekend warrior, work on a computer all day, or even involved in an auto accident, we can help your body perform at its best. Feel better, perform better at Twin City Chiropractic. We're located at 1117 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe. Call us at 318-582-5029.
The Parody Paint, the Eskimos.
All right. Robbie Nichols holding court. 4.5 to go in this game in regulation. Shots on goal, 50 shots on Daniel Brizgalov, 23 down at the other end of the ice. Tyler Masternak, taking nothing away from his performance, has given up 3. If you're Topeka, just get down the ice and put pucks on him. Give him opportunities to make a mistake. Cash in. 4.5 to go. 4-3 as the Scarecrows look for something. Koash and Christie as they set. As warning to Monroe. Puck is dropped. One back. Gagnon around the boards. Finds Hugo Koch. Chipped out to center. Tyler Inlow racing for it, but won't get there in time. Back to Christie now. Christie into the offensive zone for Monroe. Looking, shooting, deflected towards the middle, broken up and out. Not quite able to clear the zone. Shot towards the net, glove save, Brizgalov. 4:13 to go. Quick line change here for Topeka. Scarecrows want everything going up ice. So, Clark, Wilson, Sneath, Lind, Gagnon. There's too many men out there now for Topeka. So Gagnon will head off. As we get set yet again. Puck is dropped. One there. Chipped out towards center. Couldn't get out of the zone. Kicked off of Scantlebury now. Back behind. Played up. Banked out to center ice. Off of Wilson's backside. And Leorakos will put it back to his defense. Again, Monroe. Okay with killing time here. They're up 4-3. Elijah Wilson in the zone onside. Passed across. In the zone. Shot over the top of the net. Riley's back to Connor Lind, who sends it back down deeper into the zone off the backside of the net. Trying to poke check at it. But a grab for the face. Not sure what got up high that time. But again, the puck still pinned against the wall. Trying to move it. A Scarecrows player down. Monroe comes out with it. And tripped up was Wilson, and now back out the other way. Hustled ahead. Scantlebury cutting through. He's rubbed off that time. Back off the wall. Back to center. Wilson in between his skates now. Backhands it ahead in the offensive zone, but nobody there in a black jersey. Koash trying to chase it. Back out to center. Play it off. Quick change here for Topeka. Monroe echoing. Connor Lind comes up with it. Lind off the boards, moved ahead. It's Bird with it. Bird wrapping around the backside. He's peeled up, but gets to his own rebound and rubbed off that time. Kept here. Moved down low. Topeka with it. Fed back to the point. Gagnon. Shot! Broken up. Right back to the side. Looking back. Fed along. Dump pass off. Gagnon again a shot. Deflected towards the front. Goes behind the net. Rolling around. Norwinski pinching off. Norwinski back along the sidewall. Dump back deep as that's only a Monroe player there. Bounces out to the blue line. Unable to keep it. It bounces back to Norwinski, however. Back off the wall. Topeka comes up with it. Koash in the offensive zone. Cutting through. 2:20 left to go. Played with a stick into the opposite corner. Fed around the back. Played back behind. Off the back of the net. And again, lots of pushing and shoving back there. Comes out of the zone. Gagnon across. Finds Norwinski. Right back to Gagnon. Moved ahead. Onside is Topeka. Hustling into the zone. Cutting through. Hugo Koch with a shot deflected away. 2:06 left to go. Deflected back out. That's going to go down. Topeka negates the icing. Norwinski out crossed. Picked off and now turned around yet again by Checo. Checo ahead. Moves that puck up. Deflected there as center. And now Monroe back in the zone towards the front, broken up. As Gagnon took a look, decided better of it, gets it out to center. And now rolling in on the netminder. That'll be jumped on and covered up with 1:41 to go. As Topeka trying to find something offensive. Waiting to see if Robbie Nichols will take his time out here. No, he will not. So Topeka makes the changes. 1:41 to go. 4-3. Monroe has the lead. Brizgalov looking. He wants to stay in net, according to Robbie. He's up at the hash marks, however. If Topeka wins the draw, we'll see if he comes. As Sneath waits. Puck is dropped. One back. Topeka with it. Shot deflected in the corner. Gagnon was looking to pinch, but Monroe gets to the puck. That'll be deflected up and out towards center. Play it off, and Cameron Clark looks up ice. Clark fires along. Wilson drops it off there. Sneath dumps that pass. Gagnon ahead. Throws it towards the net. That's gloved and moved quickly here by Monroe. The Moccasins looking. Has fed off a leg, but again, Monroe will get there. Having trouble getting the goalie to the bench. Has that puck broken up. Topeka with it. Turning, looking, shooting, blockered away. Loose again, shot deflected, and that's played with a hand. Moved out of the net, and Monroe comes up big there with 1 minute to go. Last minute of the third, Albrecht drops a pass off. Back down for Albrecht. He's got 2 on the night. Lifted stick, Albrecht back to the middle, and now Monroe, full prevent defense. 45 seconds to go here in the third. Gagnon fires ahead. Cam Clark trying to muscle his way through. Turns, drops the shoulder, feeds it ahead. In the offensive zone, rolled around the boards. Brizgalov will go. Back in front. Dipsy Doodle shot goes wide. And now Monroe looking up the ice. Fed towards the blue line. Chopped ahead. Turning, it's picked off. 20 seconds to go. Topeka has to get onside. They throw it around the boards. Racing for it. Scarecrows trying to get there. Still struggling as that's bounced towards the net, and that'll be covered up. 12.9. It looked like it was 13 point some odd seconds. They'll try to add some time back and give Topeka another opportunity here. Referee was watching the clock as the whistle blew. He went right over and told them to add the time. 15 seconds even. So, face off to the right-hand side of the netminder. Robbie Nichols will be calling timeout. We'll step aside 30 seconds. Be right back after this.
Has flavors that don't just hit the stage, they own it. Like pecan yay. So good, it'll interrupt your dessert to say, I'm gonna let you finish, but this is the greatest flavor of all time. Notorious P.I.N.T. Sicker than your average paint, straight out the freezer. How about Grand Theft Auto? Mellow City, marshmallow, fudge, and graham crackers, pulling up to the sweetest heist in town. Pick them up at Eskimos in Monroe or West Monroe and save, or door dashing straight to your couch. Parody Paints, only at Eskimos in Monroe and West Monroe.
All right, it all comes down to this. 15 seconds. TJ Sneath trying to win a draw. Can Topeka get this tied up? Sneath comes in. He and Christie will line up. Sneath sets. Puck is dropped. One to the sidewall, battling for it. Taken to the wall. Topeka trying to get free. Puck still loose. Kicked along. Last 6 seconds of this one. Trying to break it out. It's still pinned to the wall. That's going to do it. As Topeka, after a glorious second period, couple of big goals, and for the first time since Port Huron earlier this season, they will fall in back-to-back games. The Scarecrows, what an effort. Did everything they could to get this one tied up. But in a 4-game season series, Monroe has taken the 2 on the road. As now, the Scarecrows will take on Baton Rouge next Wednesday. So it all comes down to that final goal, and that really tells the story. Here in the third period, the Scarecrows allowed Andrew Ballant, 2:44 into it, to get the job done. Topeka falls 4-3. And now they've got to go back to the drawing board and find a way to get a win on Wednesday. 3:05 start down there. Take another quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard as we come up on the 3 stars of the game. Binghamton 6-1 winners over Watertown. Port Huron 4-2 winners over Danbury. Still 3-1 Athens over PD in the third. Twin Cities 2. Columbus 4, that's final. Blue Ridge 5, Indiana 4, that's final. Baton Rouge 3, Biloxi 0, that's final. Final here, Topeka 3, Monroe 4. We'll go to the 3 stars of the game here in just a moment. I don't think there'll be too many surprises here for Topeka fans. Certainly did an excellent job tonight trying to get everything done. So here come the 3 stars of the game from 96.9 The Pulse. As now 3rd star of the game, the goal and an assist, Scott Koash. He's the 3rd star tonight for Topeka. 2nd star with 2 assists, TJ Sneath. And the 1st star of the game, no surprise here, 50 shots, 46 of 50. Daniil Brizgalov will take a bow, and the fans here show him the appreciation he deserves. That was a night. And now, Topeka fans, thank you so much for tuning in. The next time we see you here in Topeka, it's going to be 2026. But we will still have one more as we will play on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 3:05 p.m. Check us out live here on YouTube and on Sportfy. As always, I'm John Clement. Good night, Topeka. See you on Wednesday.
Well, we go ahead and take our 6 points and get out of Topeka, Kansas. Take the Yellow Brick Road right on back to Monroe. Click your heels, get out of there. Emerald City, whatever you want to say, doesn't matter. 55 points right now the Moccasins have, sitting on top of the Continental Division in front of the victorious tonight, Athens Rock Lobsters, over in their game against the PD Ice Cats. We still remain a couple points ahead of them as we move later into the week. Do a real quick goal recap tonight. First period, Topeka started out the scoring with a Cameron Clark goal assisted by Scotty Koash, followed by the equalizer from Yanni Lirakos, unassisted later there in the first period. Moving on to the second period, Boston Bird had a power play goal from Connor Lind and TJ Sneath, followed by a power play goal, his 13th of the year, by Scotty Koash. Then we had back-to-back goals by Austin Albrecht. Albrecht's first goal assisted by Ferneras and Ballant. Second goal assisted by Matthews and Ballant. Moving to the third period, the game winner, first FPH goal from Landon Johnson. Congratulations. Welcome to the Moccasins with that one. will take that one and ride that one off into the sunset. Another 2-game sweep, 6 points, like I said, pulling out of Topeka. Definitely needed this one. Moccasins once again come from behind, down 3-1 in the second period. Got that equalizer going into the third. Didn't really look back. Played a solid game. 50 shots on goal to 31 in favor of the Moccasins. Yeah, Brizgalov had a great game. Got peppered pretty well, but Masternak with a great goal, great night in net as well. Getting the win. Another win for the Moccasins. Like I said, 55 points, Monroe right now, sitting on top of the Continental, looking down. And it's nice to be sitting there as we look close to the first of the year, right around the corner. And this weekend, we do have some games coming up, too. We've got our game Friday night. I'm sorry, it's Wednesday against Biloxi, the New Year's Eve game. And then Friday night and Saturday night against the Columbus River Dragons. We finally get to see somebody else from the Continental come on over. The River Dragons, as we know, have been coming on hot lately, too. And really curious to see how they're going to stack up against us and vice versa and what's going to happen there. I know they came out to a slow start, but the River Dragons do what they do, and they start stringing some wins together. But another win. Here we go, 9 in a row. Looking for number 10 on Wednesday night, New Year's Eve game. Joseph Furtado will be back with you in studio. I will be remote on Wednesday night, but we will be back together in that capacity. You guys got a little different taste of another broadcaster this weekend. Not always going to happen that way. You know, sometimes technology doesn't go in our favor, and we just have to roll with the punches. The show must go on. We figure it out, and we make it happen. And you know, we know you guys enjoyed the outcome. Happy to be here to join on the broadcast, and you know, everybody at the watch party tonight. Everybody that's left at the watch party, still eating some pastelaya, hanging out, waving, looking all happy. Even Troy Savannah. You can see Lisa over there on her phone. We got the children's. We got Teresa. Teresa's leaving. She's had enough of this. But look, if you haven't had tickets for the games coming up this weekend, come on in, pack the pit. Come see your first place Moccasins. Believe me, they're going to want to see you guys as much as you want to see them. Please, and if you do happen to watch the game this weekend, we're going to have a whole bunch of new graphics and a lot of new twists and turns and additions to the broadcast starting on Wednesday night. So it's not something you're going to want to miss. And if you do go to the game and you want to watch the game afterwards, by all means, you're going to see all the new stuff that we're going to have from the broadcast open all the way through to commercial tosses. And I'm not going to give anything else away on that effect either. But and if you can't watch it, you can always turn on 103 Rocks and catch it as well. But for not Joseph Furtado tonight, for Troy Savannah, Lee Seaster, and the rest of our broadcast crew that helped out tonight in the in the YouTube chat. So long from Topeka, Chicago, California, wherever you're at tonight, the watch parties. See you guys back in Monroe, your first place Monroe Moccasins. Have a good night, guys.